Morning. No, it didn't make any difference. It's Tuesday, the 16th of July. Welcome to TDA, the day after. Your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. I am one of your lovely hosts for today, Martin Royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. Melanin jam-packed.
That's right.
Morning. It's Ramzi, Zizzy's brother. Oh, yeah, that's it.
So
I can't even freestyle nothing.
No, that's dead. First of all, you got a new
The
role.
Palestinian
You know what I'm
accent.
saying?
Imagine.
The rotation host.
All right,
You
then.
get
Love
me?
that. There we go.
Yeah. So for real in the hood, I make candy rain.
See, this problem. When you try and encourage people, they just take it
This is what I'm
things too
saying.
far. Oh gosh. Morning, Brent.
What do your voice?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I refuse to believe it's because I shouted that one time for England the goal. That's stupid. Like, that's so weak. I don't think it is. I just think, I don't know. I think there's things, I don't know.
I think it's the same enemy that's trying to get me as well.
Yeah, but yours is different. You're pro-black. They're trying to get you like they're trying to get Trump. They're just trying to cause a little confusion in my life. Like, it's different levels. Morning, Brent.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. I think I beat the thing that Emmanuel's trying to fight. Yeah. I think I beat that.
Oh, I'm definitely going to win, though.
I think it's
You
COVID.
can't get me.
I think I had COVID though a few
Yeah.
months ago. Yeah.
COVID is around like a cold now,
It's true, no.
but it's just not like, doing what it was doing in 2020.
Yep.
It's a crazy time. But I hope you guys are good in the chat as well. Please don't forget to like the video upon entry. All right, we've got some comments from Spotify. Lynn M32, every time I say that, I just say Lynn May, and I know you're not, I'm sorry. But Lynn M32 says, yeah, our girl Esther is back, looking well and rested. Thank you very much. On the dilemma, I agree with Margs and Sarah Velli. That cousin defo hates her. How do you miss out the person who invites you 4 years in a row? Nah. Do you know what's so funny? You guys keep assuming that she's been missed out. She wasn't. She wasn't missed out. She wasn't meant to make the list. Do you know what I mean?
For real.
If I got married and I didn't invite Brent, I missed out Brent when I'm inviting everybody else. If I was getting married and none of you were invited, that's not a miss out. That's when you weren't invited. Anyways, big up Lynn M32. Kulasag says, I think it's a bit mad to assume everyone would have the same response when dangerous things happen. Some people literally freeze up in the moment. Can't assume everyone would duck to Good episode. Do you know what's funny to me? Imagine giving Secret Service grace for freezing up when I was meant to be protected. Guess where you're going to freeze up? You're going to freeze up in jail.
It's true.
Oh, big up you, babes. I'm Lauren Louise says, I can't lie, I'm back in Margs during asking for a friend because it's cheeky to keep reaching the parties and it's all one way. I think she needs to draw the line and stop pouring into her. She needs to show her love with some distance. Well, we've got an update for you, so let's say. See how you feel about that in a minute. 24 Lou says, I can't fathom Margs' delusion over England's performance in this tournament. Well, fathom it. Lichness, I think this says Margs was right. The Black Panther security is called Dora Milaje. That's someone that listens in the moment. I love it that when people listen, but as they listen, they're leaving comments.
Yeah.
And then they get done, and then they come watch to delete the first, and they're like, "Oh, I just clocked you got it right. Forget that comment." No, babes, I've read both of them out now. All right, so we had a dilemma yesterday. Just to catch Ramzi up quick. Did you watch the show yesterday?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Okay, good. So you know the
I
dilemma.
got the gist. Yeah.
All right, so anyone who's tuning in and you don't know, basically there's a girl, she's got a cousin, they're really close family-wise, whatever. She's invited her cousin to her birthday 4 years in a row. The birthdays are quite close together, but her cousin never invites her to her birthdays. And she said her cousin always has very nice, aesthetically pleasing events and whatnot. She also helped her with her business one time, gave her advice or something like that. The girl had a launch for her business, didn't invite her. Margs and our lovely babe, Sarah Reddy, said that the cousin hates her and she's basically, cousin's a hater. Me and that, Gina said it's a violation, but she would not, like, she would have stopped going up. So she was something you after 2 years. Me and Brent basically said that it's not that deep. Like, it's deep to address, like, basically address it, but essentially, we don't think that it's an intentional thing. But then how would you know if you never asked? So here we go. So, a lovely...
Sorry, before you go,
on.
what did you think about that?
Oh, yes.
In a nutshell, I pretty much agreed with Margs and Sarah.
That.
That I feel like the cousin's a hater. That
do you
she's saying. I don't know. I've got much to add.
When you say she's a hater, as in she's deliberately not inviting her.
Yeah.
She's thinking about her and deliberately not inviting her. Thank you.
Okay, fair. All right, so the lovely listener who wrote in has given us an update or addition, more context basically. And she says, thank you for answering my question. Regarding the cousin thing, more context, my type of birthdays, I threw a dinner and photo shoot for one of my birthdays. Last year, I did a girls' trip to Paris for 2 days and she came and we had a good time. Pure vibes. But honestly, something is weird and I'm not going to address it with her because like Gina said, I'm too shy and people know what they are doing. Another angle is she is a typical pretty girl in her friendship group. And not gonna lie, I'm cute too, lol. So it could be a catty thing. But at the end of the day, the balance is off and I need to reciprocate energy. I didn't want to distance myself as I'm trying to be about community, friendship and family. I feel like we're in a generation of loneliness, but thank you all. I appreciate it.
Love you too.
Is that what I'm saying?
You don't need to be lonely.
Because as how honest you want me to be this morning?
Nah, you just keep it moving.
I think we'll do that. But I think this is part of the problems with female friendships. Not everyone is jealous of you. She's pretty, you're cute, hella cute people in the world. I don't think she's not inviting you because she doesn't want your cute self at events. It's really just a case of you overvalue your place in her life. And that's me being extremely nice.
All right.
That's one of the things to say.
And thank you very much for sending in the dilemma. There's another one, but we won't get to that today. We'll do it tomorrow.
Wonderful.
And obviously, just don't make a decision just yet.
You want to
Don't
go, hold
make
on.
a decision just
How
yet.
serious is the problem?
All right.
Because if it's very serious, I tell people to hold on a decision. Where she needs the answer by 12 p.m. stat.
He.
Yeah,
To be honest,
I love Mel's.
I'm going to put up right now, yeah?
Are you sure?
Okay.
Just hold on.
Oh, it's long.
It's not?
Oh, you're singing. Oh, I thought you were singing because...
There you go. I'll put it up.
This is long. I'm checking. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this quickly. Oh, yeah. You could. Yeah. Right. Well, okay. I want to break up with my girlfriend. Now, why are we? So you break up with her, and you can come and say TDA said. All right. I want to break up with my girlfriend. I live in Leeds with my girlfriend, and she's a very committed artist painter and loves Leeds so much. The thing is, there's a job offer for me back in London, where I'm from, and I really want to take it. I've been offered the job since last month, June, and kept it quiet because I've been thinking about what I want to do. Fortunately, the employers can wait for my answer until August. My dilemma is, because I love her so much, I don't want to take away from her art opportunities and the great life she has in Leeds, and possibly make her move to London with me. I also don't want to do long distance because I just can't. I've done it before and it killed me. Caps. I'm 100% not doing a long distance relationship again. Not to say it wouldn't be worth it, I just can't handle it. Ever since the job has been offered to me, upon reflection, I've been a bit unromantic, as I usually am, because I'm in two minds about what I want to do with our relationship. Should I break up with her? And if so, should I break up with her face-to-face or via text? You punk. Can you imagine? Sorry. I've broken up with girls face-to-face and it didn't end well. One of them started cussing me out because she said she would have rather I break up with her on the phone, and the other one started crying in my face. And I felt so guilty, but it was awkward. I really love her, but I also really want this job. What should I do? Cheers. I'm not going to say your name. If you're sitting next to your girl and you're watching this morning, you're finished. I'm not going to say your name. Did you say you live with her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I think it's bait. I think it's
You
bait.
live
So
with her.
they
No,
just say
wait,
it's
wait,
not.
wait. You live with her, and then you want to break up via text. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm never going to say what I was going to do. That's very wicked, and that's not. I don't represent that woman anymore. I think you need to just have a conversation with her. How do you know someone doesn't want? You can say you don't want to inconvenience somebody, but how will you know it's an inconvenience if you haven't spoken to them to know where their mind is at? If you speak to her, no, I've got this job offer in London, blah blah. Don't say what you want to do yet. Just see her reaction. If she says, "Oh, damn," so what does that mean for us? I wouldn't really want to move, blah blah. Just be like, "Well, how do you feel about moving?" Because the other option would be for us to break up. I don't want to do long distance. Have conversations. You just don't see each other's private parts, but can't have conversations.
Yeah.
Have conversations. Just tell her. Tell her you got a new job. First of all, that job is good holding out. Because the job market is a mess at the moment. They're good holding out for 3 months, child. You don't wait to the 1st of August and take the piss. I think have a conversation with her and just lay your cards on the table. Say, I've got this job. It's a great opportunity. I want to take the job. Not even I want to take the job. That's what I want to do. As for our relationship, I know it's going to affect our relationship. But however, I can't do long distance. I love you very much, but I can't do long distance. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? If she's down to move, she can be an artist anywhere. An artist like freelancers and stuff.
Yeah.
You can post her paintings and stuff. So if she's fine to move, then fair enough. But also, if she's not fine to move, then use the breakup. And if you're meant to be back together, you're back together. Also, really think about whether you want this girl to move with you. Because if she says she wants to move with you, and then you bring her to London, and then you decide you don't want to move with her anymore, now you're breaking up with her because you like the London girls, that's going to be wild. So decide actually if you actually want to actually be in the relationship. Sarah already said, this is why you always choose yourself, because men will always choose them.
I don't understand.
Word.
I don't understand why it's a sex thing.
Word.
I don't understand.
No,
why
because it
it's
is.
women versus
And do you know
men
why
thing.
you wouldn't know? Because
I'm
you're a
man.
privileged man.
Okay.
That's why you wouldn't know.
Oh.
That's why you wouldn't know though.
He's a privileged white man.
Do you know how many? Okay. So that was, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Do you know how many women? Yeah, and obviously, and I think the sad thing about it is that no one, for the most part, no one asks you most times to give up your dreams and whatnot. But unfortunately, the part of women giving up their dreams is because of this mind. Is the way women have been socialized to believe that the most important thing in your life as a woman is you being a mother and you being a wife and whatever else. So whenever you have opportunities that are you're always made to feel selfish. Like whenever mums are out here on the weekends, people ask them, where's your child? Well, not here at brunch with us. Do you get what I mean? So unfortunately, that's the reality. So that's why with women, when women are in these situations, they tend to give up on their dreams and stuff because you just feel like this is what you should be. It's a societal guilt that they've put on them. So that's why it's a sex thing. Because a lot of women can relate to not being able to fully pursue your dreams or being able to fully pour yourself into something because of this relationship you're in. However, when it's a man, he just comes and tells you, hey, by the way, we're moving to Texas. Pack a bag. We're going. Do you get what I mean? Obviously, wonderful, lovely relationships, they have conversations about it. But for the most part, women are the ones who have to delay stuff. Even when you look in the workplace, the reason why women don't get promoted the way they do is because they end up going on maternity leave. Women that want to be the head CEO, all that kind of stuff, they have to make a decision. Do they want a family life or do they want to be successful in their career? And even when they are successful in their career and they do have children, guess what? They're cussed out for having nannies. You can't bloody win. So what Sarah said is facts. Fortunately, you lot wouldn't know, because you got the privilege of penises.
I don't know if it's facts.
So it is
I don't know
facts.
if it's facts.
You wouldn't know because you're
if
not a
it's
woman.
facts. I don't know if it's facts.
You wouldn't know you're not a woman.
I am in a successful relationship though.
Yeah,
I feel
and that's
like-
good, but you will have a conversation.
Yeah,
But
always,
you wouldn't
yeah.
know because you're not a woman. This is what women deal with. I know I've had adults say to me that I shouldn't, like, the dreams you have, you might want to, limit them because you're gonna scare guys off. I'm not the only woman that's been said to. I know women who are extremely very, very successful and they haven't got children, they haven't got husbands, and people say to them, "Congratulations, but how nice would this be if you had a man by your side?" That's the reality. Do you think that's a fact?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know because you're not a woman.
Yeah, okay.
Do you get me? So that's why this is how it is. But anyway, talk to the girl. Lauren Louise says, Esther speaking facts. Thank you very much, Lauren. Do you know how Lauren knows that? Because Lauren's a woman too.
Well, back to the problem.
Back to the problem. Listen, don't be silly. Speak to your girlfriend.
Yeah. I definitely have the conversation. Yeah, bruv. I concur to everything you just said.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with him not if he doesn't say anything, he will resent her. Because even the fact that he's gone to the point of emailing us before speaking to her is wild. Don't break up with her over text.
Yeah,
That's
don't
fucking wild.
tell her you're into us.
That's pussy moves. Don't do that. Talk to her in her face. It's wild if you're texting girls to break up with them, regardless of what your previous experiences have said.
Word.
Speak to her in her face, and hopefully come up to an amicable decision. But I don't think, with something like this, I don't think any of them should compromise. I think if one of them compromises, they're going to end up resenting the other one later on.
Absolutely.
So I feel like if one's making a sacrifice for the other, it will come back to bite them in the future.
100%. I agree
So I
with
feel
that.
like come up.
It will.
I think it will.
It will.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? I feel like when you give up your dream, like, do you know what it is to have a dream and like to have aspirations that you want to have? I don't feel like that's something that can ever leave you. I feel like you might find things that maybe fulfill you, but when, like, there'll be moments where you think, do you know what? Oh, what would have been if I see this? Especially when you see someone else, say you know someone else who had the same dream as you or whatever, or even if you see someone you're far removed from, living the life that you wanted to have lived, it would trigger you. You might be happy, like, it doesn't mean you're miserable in the life you've created, but you will always have that thing in your head that's like, what would my life look like today had I pursued that? And that's why I say to him to tell her first that I've got this job, I'm taking it. Let her know her thoughts. Do you get me? Or even before you say I'm taking, maybe say like, I've got this job, I've been offered this job. Let her know her thoughts. Because if she says, you know what, oh, that's tricky, then that means we have to move to London. I'm not really comfortable moving to London. Then you know where she's at. So if she then says, okay, do you know what, I'm going to leave Leeds, I'm going to come with you. Then you can have a sense of, is she then compromising her dream? Then now you can have that conversation with her, because I do believe it builds resentment over time.
100%.
But is it only building resentment if things don't work out?
I think things can still work out, and it can still build resentment.
Sure.
I think I feel like if I'm ever, for example, going to leave a career to pursue, like, to move with my partner or whatever it is, I would have had to be in that mindset of wanting to leave this anyway.
Okay.
For it not to build resentment down the line. If I'm leaving on account of you, it's good. Like, it could. I wouldn't say definitely build resentment, but it could build resentment. However, I would always have that thought that, what if I didn't leave?
Yeah.
What do you know what I mean? And I don't think that leaves you, because I feel like the way dreams and aspirations and our desires work, there's stuff that is so innate in us. It's like a gift you've been given.
Yeah.
So if you're like, what would have been for me in Leeds had I carried on being a painter? I don't know whether she's like building a brand, people know her and whatever. And it's like London is good for certain careers. But London is also harder for certain careers.
Yeah.
Arts and stuff, London would be harder, I would imagine. So do you get me? So like with Leeds, might be more like just
more concentrated.
Maybe she might have a bit higher chance of making it in Leeds than in London.
I agree 100%.
So do you get me? So
Yeah.
it's tricky.
And it's like, to add to that, if any inconvenience she gets in London, she's going to be, I would have got this in Leeds. Or if something happens in Leeds and then one of the families ill, now I've got to be here because I had to compromise on my thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, especially when they're having arguments, no matter how remedial it is, she's going to be, I came here. Yeah,
For
if
you.
she's that type of person,
I came here for
I came
you.
here for you.
Yeah.
And and now you're doing this and da-da-da. I feel like it's just messy, man.
So in that situation, would you never allow her to come with you then?
But she can't really promise this. As
'Cause you never know.
idealistic,
Yeah.
As idealistic as this sounds, you need to be able to relinquish all responsibility and say, listen, I need you to do this for you, even if it comes at a cost of us.
Yeah.
Because I can't. It's going to break us up anyway. So if you come over to London with the mindset, I'm doing this for the person I love, it will ultimately end.
Bad.
Or it has a high potential of ultimately ending really bad.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I think what I would do was I would let my partner go before me, and I would maybe wait like a month, 3 months, and see how I feel being without that person. Because I'm a lover girl, so I believe like I love love.
Yeah.
And I feel like depending on where you are in life, there's just certain things that could mean more to you than other things. So I would say that maybe if she's someone who's in two minds about it, maybe she needs to sit back, be without him, and see how she feels before making that decision. But I think it's tricky, man. When it comes to like moving your life and uprooting your life and stuff like that, it's very tricky. Like even couples that are married that have, taken vows and stuff and like been through so much together, even for them it's difficult. How much more boyfriend and girlfriend? And I don't know how old you are, sir, but if you are young as well, I'll be honest, if you are less than
27.
He's 27.
Yeah.
I was about to say if they're younger than 28.
Really?
Yeah, man. I just feel like you got so much life to live that you're following. So me and my household. I just think that I'm too young to be changing to be pausing my dreams and aspirations for a man. For love, maybe.
I hear what you're saying. Firstly, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Morning. Fine, thank you.
Yes.
Good. Obviously, you heard us talking about this. Shit.
Yes.
What's your take?
What do you mean? What's her take? What's her name?
Yes, pardon me. Sorry. Introduce yourself.
My name is Marianne Sunshine. I am a mother, so I can kind of get the gist of the conversation. Yeah. What was the question? Leaving.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's got a job. Sorry.
He or she's who's got the job?
The guy. So he's got a job. He got offered a job in June.
Yeah.
Hasn't told his girlfriend yet. He's got to August to make a decision with the employer. And basically, she's a painter. They both live in Leeds, but he's from London. The job is here in London. But he wants to take the job, but he doesn't know how to tell her. And also, he doesn't believe in long distance relationship.
How long have they been together?
Oh, what did he say?
I don't think it said,
No, he didn't say.
It must be a while if he's moved over to Leeds.
Yeah, they're living together.
Yeah.
Oh, he moved to Leeds to live with
London.
her.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know like when you go to uni in Leeds and now you're just
And
there,
then you're just
you know,
there.
you know what I mean? I don't know if
that's good
if he
point.
moved there with her.
28 still going uni, is that a thing?
No, but
27,
some people stay there.
Oh, okay.
Like after uni and stuff.
I
Like I had a
didn't
friend
go
that
uni.
stayed in Manchester after going to uni there.
All right.
So yeah, he's basically said he can't do long distance. But so his question is, he really loves her, wants his job, but he doesn't know what to do. And also he was asking about should he break up face to face or text? But we sorted it out.
Definitely
Don't
not
be silly.
text.
Imagine living with me.
Definitely
you move
not
out and then you
text.
text me. I'm going to your mum's
Insane.
house.
Listen, there's a lot of things to consider, and money's one of them.
Word.
How is she going to make money
Word.
in London? Is it going to be better for her or worse for her?
Mm-hmm.
If she can't make no money, is this job going to be able to sustain the two
Both
of them
you. Word.
in London, which is a higher cost of living? Are they thinking about having children? Are they thinking about getting married? That he has to. If it's a long-term relationship, he doesn't want to do long distance. He might have to compromise and do long distance for about 6 months or something.
So
He
she's
might
been-
have to do until he gets himself settled or until she's ready to move down to London. He can't just say I'm not doing it. He's being a bit
childish.
yeah.
Immature.
A bit controlling.
But I guess
He's
it's
been a bit controlling.
It's because I guess he's had that experience before. That's why he's like, I'm 100% not doing it. You know what I mean?
He had that but he had it with a different person.
That's true.
So he don't know how it's going to work with this one. He can't just say come or that's it. That's not fair.
I don't think he's saying that though.
But you know what? He's not saying come on, that's it. He's just not even trying to have any conversation. And I think that's what, like, do you know what it is about people in being in relationships? I think people don't understand that being in relationships, there's nice things that happen, but being in a relationship is a growing thing to be in, you know? Like, it's growing people business. So you have to sit down and have growing people conversations.
Exactly.
Like, you can't be wanting to take a job and break up with somebody via text.
No.
What are we doing here? And you guys live together.
Do you think? No, man, I was gonna say something.
You're going to say?
Sorry.
Do you think that speaks to how much he loves her?
What, that he's willing to just up and go like that?
Nah, that he's willing to just text her to end it.
No, because I think sometimes people are what's the word?
Scared.
I was gonna say weak, but yeah, scared.
How's he going to text her if he lives in the same house?
That's what I need to
exactly what I'm
know.
saying. Yeah,
That's the
what I'm
logistics
saying.
I want to know.
I think he's probably thinking, you know what? I'm going to London first. Always having in mind he's going to break up with her. And while he's there, 2 weeks
Oh,
later,
yeah.
then text and be like,
Oh, that's cruel.
Oh, that's cold.
but he's don't.
You end up losing that job. Mark my words. That's cruel.
She might be better off without him.
But to be fair, to try and be fair to him, yeah, he's not necessarily saying that this is his nature. He's just saying, I've done this in the past. I've always spoken to my girlfriends face to face, and it's never ended well.
It
First of all,
won't
he
end well
did-
because you're breaking up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
100%.
I don't know,
So,
man.
yeah.
I just think that. But you know what is that? I feel like again that's part of the immaturity in relationships sometimes, because hard conversations need to be had, regardless of how. Because he's saying how the face to face is awkward, somebody's crying. If you can't deal with real life emotions because you just told somebody you no longer want to be with them, somebody that saw themselves spending life with you, like if you can't handle that, you should not be in a relationship. What do you expect them to do when you tell them that you're gonna break up with them? Smile, and even if they did, you will feel hurt. You would look at her like she's crazy, be like, oh,
Exactly.
so you didn't really
Like
love
she
me
didn't
then? Do you get
care.
me? Like human beings have emotions, like. So regardless of how awkward you think it might be or whatever, these conversations need to be had. And I feel like if you're 27, respectfully, if you're talking like this, maybe you don't even need to be in a relationship right now, because I think that you still got some maturing to do, because you can't be living with somebody who's your girlfriend, get an opportunity and not think to share. Like, it's been 2 months. Don't tell her when you got the offer. I'll be real with you. If a guy tells me, do you know we've got 2 weeks left in July? And you're gonna tell me you got the job in June? You can't. Yeah, you can't tell me that you've been sat on this good news. And then also he said as well that he's been moving a bit unromantic. So you're trying to you're basically ghosting her. Yeah, right there.
Yes, he said,
Unromantic. Do you know what I mean? Like you're ghosting her while you're living with her.
He's already made the
detaching himself.
He's detaching
maybe you don't love her
himself.
actually. You don't.
Just tell
But
her
it
and
might
go.
be because he's thinking, just in case it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
you
trying
can't
to
go
protect
around
myself
like
and
that.
her.
You can't
He's
live
not
life like
protecting
that
her.
because
He's not protecting her.
he's not protecting her because he's protecting himself.
Yeah.
But what he's protecting of himself is not even like, I'm trying to detach myself because I feel so sad being away from her. You don't want to face the awkwardness.
Yeah.
You don't want to face the reality of the emotions she's going to convey when you tell her, I don't want to be with her. Like, she might cry is what he's saying.
Yeah, 100%.
And you don't want to see tears.
But you know what? It also, she might be really receptive.
Yeah.
She might say, let me start looking for a job in London so I can come with you.
Exactly.
That's why
He
he's-
didn't even think that it might go
Yeah.
right.
Let's assume that they haven't been together for a long time. And we'll try and look at this as if he's my son.
Cool.
Yeah? Leave her, innit? Go get your job in London. If you've got an amazing job,
Yeah.
go do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And that's the
You've
thing.
moved over to Leeds in whatever regard. Whether you went there for her, you went there for
Yeah.
uni or whatever. If you feel like this job is above her and you guys have already been together for a short amount of time, move. Go
Yeah.
do what's best for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it 100.
I'll be honest with you, I agree with you wholeheartedly because I think, like, I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to minimize maybe how much he loves her.
Yeah.
It's not giving love in this dilemma. But I didn't want to minimize that. But the reality is that I think you should just take the job, move, and let her know that, do you know what, not in a cold way, as like I'm saying it, but just have a conversation with her like, you know, I've got this opportunity in London, I don't believe in long distance, but I also don't want you uprooting your life.
Yeah.
I'm going to move to London, basically. We're going to break up. And then, but don't be texting each other while you're there. Don't be doing all that. Set healthy boundaries. And then if it becomes a thing where like you want to be together,
Yeah.
then you guys can figure that out.
It will figure
out.
itself out. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't believe in you pausing your dreams. Like, I love, but I just feel like you can have love, but if you've given up something that you really, really want for somebody, what's love? You love help. So that's what I would say. Yeah. Brent, do you have anything else to add to that?
No.
Okay, well.
He started this particular dialogue saying, I want to break up with my girlfriend.
Word, you know.
Where do you go?
Word!
That's the first line.
Brent, word! You should have said this to us 20 minutes ago.
For real.
That's true. Break up with her. That's what you want to do.
Free her.
Free yourself.
For real.
Get
Free
your money.
her.
Get your money up.
Bro, free yourself.
Get your money up.
Anyways, all right. We've got a lovely guest host with us.
Hi.
Can you just tell people what you briefly do and then we can get into the show?
My name is Marianne Sunshine. What do I do? I'm a publicist, a writer, podcaster, cultural commentator. That's what everyone calls me. And I scream at racists on Twitter mostly. But
You're doing a good job. Love it.
yeah, I try. But yeah,
Wonderful.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming on. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
You're fantastic.
I know, yeah, you definitely give sunshine vibes.
Yeah.
Because just sometimes people like have a very positive, like, adjective in their name.
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that. You know? But you do give very like light and rainbow and very sunshine vibes.
I try to live by
Yeah.
that. I try.
Yeah.
That's why I put it in my name because I
beautiful.
try to do that. I try to smile and try
Yeah.
and radiate positivity everywhere. Not in a negative. What is it called? Toxic positivity.
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
But it's just that my philosophy is that life is easy.
Amen.
Life is easy. You just have to be honest and transparent.
Yeah.
And there's solutions to everything that you
Yeah.
go through. So why not smile? That is just my
Yeah.
life philosophy. So
You do have a very
Yeah.
positive aura. You got very warm
Thank you.
eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, you're living to your name. I love that for you.
I'm staying here.
Also,
right.
I didn't want to say too much. It was your birthday the other day, innit?
It was my birthday on
Oh, was it?
Friday.
Happy
Happy
birthday. I love July babies.
Yes, July Cancerian, very sensitive, intuitive, and loving. Yeah,
Beautiful.
it was my
Love
birthday
that.
on Friday. Thank you.
Happy birthday. What did you do? Did you get anything?
I did not. I had big, massive plans for this birthday, and then I did none of them.
Is it birthday blues? Is it birthday blues?
No, it wasn't. It was just I didn't know which one to do, and then I just didn't feel like doing anything.
Oh, girl, you're just like me. When I felt everyone to take a nap. And I'm just like, yeah, it's above me now.
No, literally.
And I just didn't do anything.
Someone said, "What you did?" I'm like, "Sleep." I'm just going to sleep today.
No word.
I'm just
Oh
gonna
my
sleep.
gosh, you're like me.
Yeah, I just
That's
didn't
me.
feel like doing anything. And I spoke
Yeah.
to my dad. My dad said,
have
I'm an
to.
organizer.
Yeah.
So I would have organised it months ago if I wanted to do. He said, just chill. And that's literally what I did. I chilled.
That's nice.
Yeah. And I had a great birthday. That's a great weekend. Yeah. Nice.
That's it.
I've been enjoying chilled birthdays. I really like it. Makes the vibe.
Just have to thank God for life, and that's it, man.
There you go.
Word.
Did you wish Stephen happy birthday?
I'm about to on the show.
It's Stephen's birthday today.
Yes.
Oh, you're ridiculous. You're very ridiculous.
I
To be
was
fair,
about
actually, we found out something about you yesterday that I was shocked.
Would I do that? In fact,
Apparently-
don't say it on the show because
No,
I don't know.
it was already said on the show. It was already said. It was already said on the show.
Oh, that's right.
You know it was said on the show. Brent is here. Brent told us that when you invited him to your wedding, him and Stephen, you invited them as workers.
Ooh.
All right, let's continue.
Can you as employees? And then we find out today is Stephen's birthday.
I've had enough.
If I had known it was Stephen's birthday, I would have started the show saying happy birthday, Steve. How can we not say happy birthday, Stephen?
Happy birthday, Stephen.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Stephen.
birthday,
Stephen is a big part of why we're here. Can you imagine?
Big up, Stephen.
Don't big him up. We don't want it no more. Happy birthday, Stephen. God bless you. Okay, you didn't even say amen. Oh, you're ridiculous.
amen.
You're ridiculous.
He said big up, Stephen.
He said big up with gun fingers on his birthday. Stephen, the wholesome man. But no, big up, Stephen, though. All right, should we get to headlines?
Let's do it. All right, people. So, first headline. Arguably the best prime minister we've had, Rishi Sunak, has been...
Okay, I think it's in 2 days.
He's been urged to stay on as the Conservative leader until November.
He's going California immediately, bruv. He's running away to LA immediately.
Why do you think that?
Expeditiously, bruv.
He has to keep them together and whatnot,
No,
man.
you don't care.
Well, this is amid the divisions within the party over how long the contest to replace him should take, right? So the shadow foreign secretary, Andrew Mitchell, said that the former prime minister's instinct is almost certainly to go, like you just said, but more time was needed for potential successors to make their case. Mr. Mitchell said that the Conservative Party conference at the end of September would be a good time for a debate to take place about who should take over the party. He also said, I think we should play it long. Following the very significant defeat of the Conservative Party, we need to adopt a modest profile in this respect. Next headline, and asylum seekers living on the Bibby Stockholm have staged a protest calling for the government to end their wait in limbo and speed up decision-making on their claims for refuge in the UK. Stand Up to Racism Dorset said around 60 to 100 people accommodated on the Home Office-run barge took part in the action, including withdrawing from meals and organising a 2-hour sit-in at the site's outside compound. A spokesperson said that almost all of the men have been waiting more than a year and many much longer to know the outcomes to decide their futures, which is causing a significant deterioration in their mental health. One of the men described this Bibby Stockholm as the hell barge amid the difficult conditions of limbo. The spokesperson also said that having fled from fear, persecution and often torture in an attempt to find refuge and safety, the men wish to be able to live and work in the UK, earn their own livings, pay their own way and contribute to society by paying their taxes. And our last headline, Donald Trump has named the US Senator J.D. Vance as his running mate, further elevating the Ohio Republican who has adopted the former president's populist agenda after years of pointed criticism of Trump. So Trump said on his Truth Social platform that after lengthy deliberation and thoughts and considering the tremendous talents of many others, I have decided that the person best suited to assume the position of Vice President of the United States is Senator J.D. Vance of the great state of Ohio. Trump's selection came on the first day of the Republican National Convention and just 2 days after he survived an assassination attempt at his campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania over the weekend. Vance, who's a venture capitalist and the author of the best-selling memoir Hillbilly Elegy, was elected to the Senate in 2022 after receiving a boost from Trump in a contentious Republican primary. It was a reversal from just 6 years earlier. Vance was a key voice in the Never Trump movement during the 2016 election and has a well-documented history of opposing the former president publicly. And that's it for our headlines.
Thoughts?
In fact.
I got no. How can you just switch like that?
Yeah.
How did you just switch like that?
I mean, it's a very important role, isn't it?
Boy, we have a lot of money.
There you go.
Boy.
Damn.
But yeah, let's get into our topic of the day.
Yes.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day, kind of a continuation from yesterday's topic, right? Which is obviously about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, right? I want Brent to play this video just so you lot can see how Trump's moving, right?
I know you're with the limp.
Oh my God, look at that.
President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
If tomorrow was never gone, I'd work for all my life. If I had to start again, just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. An American, where at least I know I'm free.
Wait, what is that?
The men who died, who gave that right to me, and I got these men
He could have been a blaster.
even her still today.
And they make flesh-colored
Blasters. You know they didn't make black people one. They made it okay.
Right, so
You won't know.
He said a graze.
He was grazed by glass. He didn't get shot in the
shot
air.
in the
None
ear.
of you lot know.
He was a
Unless you've been
graze.
shot in the ear, you man don't know about that.
Unless you've been
man.
grazed in the ear, you wouldn't know. That's what you should be saying.
Jesus.
Did he have that on that equipment when he went to play golf?
Apparently
I didn't
not.
see it.
You didn't
I
see
didn't
it.
see that. No. I
He
think
went to play golf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After he got
day.
shot.
Yeah, because I'm so stressed.
Shot.
That's Tupac, man. You know what I'm saying? Get shot same day out of
Do you know who that is? Just a small late.
That is literally just.
That's who the hell that is. The gay Tupac. That's who the hell that
The
is.
gate.
Can you imagine?
That guy's a maniac for saying
He's
that.
No, he's sick. Do you know he flapped his coat? You know he
said that?
flapped. Just a
That's his
small
small
late.
late.
Said he's the gay
It
too.
was the whole
He went on
That's the
conference.
hardest bar I've ever heard.
He went on
Disrespect.
stage.
Ramsey, he dropped mic, like he did this.
Did he drop the mic?
Yes,
Oh
he
my
did, and he
God.
flapped his coat when he walked off the stage.
Well, a blade, like
He
shot.
had like an Olivia Pope kind of coat.
Oh my God.
days. The gay
He's
shot.
a sicko,
That's
you know.
funny.
He's sick for that. Anyway,
Terrible. But yes, obviously, in fact, before we go on to the first question, what do you think about this whole assassination attempt?
I
Do you
watch
feel like,
way too much Scandal to believe that.
all right, then.
I watch way
Okay.
too much Scandal.
big up Shonda Rhimes,
You understand?
man.
I watch way too much Scandal. Plus, once I saw the footage of everybody saying that they saw the guy
Yeah.
on the roof and they told the police and they just left him there, they knew what was going to happen. They knew what he was there for.
Do you feel like, okay, are you kind of expecting the people to basically take out the shooter before he shoots?
That's their job.
Before they shoot?
That's their not. That's they all neutralize. They have to neutralize him.
Yeah, but what-
either they take him out or they go up there and get
They arrest him.
Yeah, they're supposed. Your job. They're supposed to secure the perimeter, right? So they're supposed to see him before he even got up there.
Yeah, true.
Or while he was there. If they could see him to shoot him dead, they could see him when he was aiming the gun.
True indeed.
He didn't just jump up, shoot, and jump back down. He had to be up there for a while, pointing and aiming. So they
setting the sniper
set
up
it
as well.
right
It takes
because
a
look,
while.
it went past his ear. So he had to be setting that up. They must have known. They couldn't just not see him.
Do you feel like it was just poor, just a poor showing, a poor performance by the Secret Service?
No, because people saw him up there. He was supposed to be there. He was put there.
Okay. Okay.
No, people saw him up there before, and they didn't take him down. So no,
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't know if. I'm gonna say I don't know if Trump knows. He knew, yeah, because this is something. It's like when he set up the whole COVID thing.
yeah, but he's been shot and people are dead. So how much of this really is staged?
Like I said,
But you
I watch Scandal. Yeah,
Because
Collateral
I'm
damage.
thinking maybe Trump didn't know, but Trump has got Cyrus Bean on his team. You know, that person
Yeah,
that will do
there you go.
whatever they've got to do to make you win, but they're not going to tell you because then you wouldn't be part of it. But I
Yeah.
think, do you know what reality is as well? Even if it's not fake here, it's hard to feel bad for Trump when Trump has made fun of other people in worse situations and stuff like that, like publicly. So, you know, Sometimes people just haven't dated so.
When Nancy Pelosi's husband, what happened? Did he
Exactly.
get beat up?
Yeah,
And he laughed about that.
And he laughed about his son. I said was like, I've got my Halloween costume, and had a hammer and boxes. Was like, oh, like here's my Halloween costume, making fun of that. So he's a horrible person. Like he's not a nice person for anyone to feel bad for. Like feel bad for even the guy that died. Allegedly, I mean, I don't think screenshots on Twitter lie these days. But when Piers Morgan tweeted about when Palestine was one of the times where they were attacked, and it was all rubble, that famous picture, and he was saying, this is horrible, how they're going to rebuild their lives and whatnot. Apparently the guy that died yesterday, or at the rally or whatever, he was like, they'll get over it, Japan did.
The fireman.
Yes.
The fireman that died. Yeah, he's a horrible person. So he's a horrible person.
So
Natural
sometimes, karma and that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? But with Trump's thing, Trump has never taken anything seriously. He told us to drink vodka to get rid of COVID. Like, he's never taken anything seriously. People were dying then too.
He said drink bleach.
I wasn't vodka. Bleach, sorry. Like, people were dying then too. Yeah. And he was insensitive. He's been insensitive about so much things that your little injury and your little flick of your ear, sorry, but no one's carrying down their head now, sir. And then you're standing there as well. And then Trump incites violence all the time. You can't, no, I'm not feeling bad for him, and I'm not going to feel bad about not feeling bad for him. No, I've got other things to feel bad about.
All right, I'm glad you mentioned the whole him inciting violence. I guess the reality is, to be fair, prior to the shooting, like, he's pretty much the same guy after the shooting as he is before. You know what I mean? So this is just,
maybe even worse. You know
what I'm saying?
He's thinking locked to level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but you mentioned inciting violence. Do you feel like it's the political rhetoric in America that's caused this? Or do you just feel like this is just America anyway? Because both sides, if we're being fair now, both sides have said some politically crazy things that could potentially incite violence if you're hearing it in a particular context.
But what Biden's fans ain't trying to fight.
Yeah,
You say that?
No, they can't. Based on who the leader is, they can't. But Trump knows he's got a cult following. And you know what's mad as well? When you deep it, the fact that someone tried to take him out, and then he stood up and said, fight.
Yeah.
Fight what? You're basically telling the people, look what they're trying to do.
Okay.
Rise up. This is the same rise up he told them to do on January the 6th. Do you get what I mean? So he knows what he's doing.
Before that, he said, if I lose again, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Okay.
That's what he said. Wasn't it that same speech, that same day he said that? So he's inciting. Then again, I'm thinking that Biden's going to lose.
Of course.
Biden's going to lose.
Biden should never won in the first place.
When you're saying it's both sides, would both sides do it? Biden's going to lose. So I wouldn't put it past one of the Democrats to do something. But that guy was a Republican. So.
Well, this is what they're saying. But he's also donated money to the Democrats.
When he was 15, yeah.
Yeah, but
that donated in his name or something.
Yeah. That was when he was 15, but he's a registered Democrat. I mean,
but he's never voted.
He's a registered Republican. He's never voted.
Yeah, because he's only 20. You know what I mean? So he could be on the other side. He could be a mercenary. You know what I'm saying?
Biden's going to lose, so I wouldn't put it past them. I personally think Biden stole the last one. So.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that though?
Because I can see Trump doing. I want to get 100 million votes. I'll definitely win, and I want to win and then get 100 million. I want to be the first president to get 100 million votes. I can see Trump doing that. Yeah. And then Biden got more. And Biden got more. And I can't see Biden... I just couldn't see it. I just couldn't see him getting that huge majority. Just like Boris stole the last one. I think Biden stole that one. But do what you got to do. Sorry, allegedly. But yeah, do what you got to do.
When you say stole, are you basically saying they had amazing tactics that basically stole the game at the last minute? Or are you basically talking about...
Trump said, there's no way I'm losing this. So because he know he was going to do what he needed to do to win.
Okay.
Trump said, if I lose, they're teeth in.
So no disrespect, but you're basically talking about like what they would do in South America.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think Biden's team. I think Biden's team did what they had to do to win that election. That's what I think, and I don't wrong them for it to do it because Trump. So yeah, I feel like Biden needs to do what he's got to do this time to make sure he wins this one as well, because that's what Trump's teams are doing. Because this is some propaganda. This is some propaganda. Okay. I don't think he was supposed to get hit though.
What do you mean?
He wasn't supposed to get hit.
It was meant to just be a close call.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to get hit.
But don't you think that if his other side trying to get rid of him, That's worth it because you're giving him like a great story. It's going to help him in the polls.
Yeah.
So you either allegedly want to take him out or don't.
Oh, you don't.
I think
You can't miss, man. You can't miss.
But then if you look at who they hired, if they hire that boy, it's a little boy. I've got a better shot.
So, Marion,
I
your
never see how they're
take
gone.
is that Trump set the shooting up.
I think it would be something he would do. Yeah, absolutely. To boost himself in the polls, absolutely. Yeah, to make himself look like a hero. He did the same thing the last time with the COVID thing. Remember, to make himself look like a hero, to make the people rally behind him. He beat COVID. Now he's beat a whole gunshot. He did the same thing the last time.
But why can't you see it as this is just somebody reacting, being an American, and he's just a master at actually just taking advantage of certain opportunities
Because of the security breach.
Okay.
Because of the security breach. There's no way that you told police that there's someone on the roof and they didn't do anything about it if he wasn't supposed to be there.
But did they not do anything about it? Because remember, they got in place to actually take him out.
No, like there's footage of people showing, before Trump started speaking, there's footage of people showing the police there's someone up there. They filmed that guy, he was lying down, and they we told the police he's up there, and they didn't do anything. Or they told the security around.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way.
Okay.
There's no way. There's no way he could have breached that. That's the point of the security, the FBI, the CIA, and all the Secret Service. There's no way he could have got up there and stayed up there and got a shot. There's just no way. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Well, obviously, we were just chatting about the rhetoric on both sides, yeah. But not to say one's worse than the other, but looking back at this, do you feel like, I guess, the left have been taking things too far in that how they compare him to Hitler? Because in America, yeah.
Sorry.
Because as much as people think that Trump's a bad guy, the man ain't killed nobody. Not directly, anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I can't confirm or deny that he's not done that. I don't know.
Well, he definitely ain't done
I don't
millions.
know.
He's definitely not responsible for millions of deaths.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and when you got Biden saying we need to keep the bullseye on Trump, of course.
What did he say?
We need to keep the bullseye on Trump.
Yeah.
This is just a few days before the event, right? And then you've got people saying, he's like Hitler, he's this, that, and the third. I don't know. Do we need to look at freedom of speech and say certain things just shouldn't be allowed to say?
It's difficult for me to look at things like that and feel sympathy for Trump because his mouth is reckless.
Yeah.
His mouth have been reckless. And look what he done on January the 6th a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
His mouth is reckless. So it's difficult. It's almost like the Democrats are now fighting fire with fire because they didn't used to speak like that before. They didn't have that type of speech before in the last election. So it's almost like they just fighting this one the way Trump would fight it now. So it's difficult for me to say that they're out of order because Trump don't care what he says.
Yeah. If you was American, who would you vote for?
None of them.
No.
None of them. I didn't vote for no one.
I was just about
London.
to ask you.
Nope. None of them.
Did you vote for the mayor?
Nope.
So you're part of the problem.
I don't care. No, I'm lying. I did vote. I voted for Natalie Campbell.
All right.
Yeah.
Big up
I'm
Natalie.
lying. I'm lying. I had to give my girl a vote. Yeah.
All right,
Big up Natalie.
Yeah. I did vote for Natalie Campbell, but I live in a safe Labour seat anyway.
Okay.
So it wasn't.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would have voted Green, but that candidate was rubbish. So I wasn't voting for that
Which
person.
one? Oh, your candidate.
Yeah, the candidate in my area, they were
Oh, I
rubbish.
see.
Like I asked them a couple of questions, and they're like, "Don't ask me shit," basically.
Right.
But yeah, you're not getting my vote, bro. So yeah, but in America, I wouldn't vote for none of them. Or I'd vote for whoever the black person is in my area if they're decent. Yeah.
All right, cool. I want to ask you guys, let's just say this did happen and Trump was assassinated, right? What do you think the ramifications would be, worldwide? How would it affect us in the UK? Do you think it will affect us in the UK?
If what?
If Trump was actually assassinated?
I don't know. Maybe if who's there at the moment? Is the Prime Minister now?
It's Starmer.
Yeah, Starmer.
I just can't keep up anymore. I can't. Whatever name comes to my mind is who I say. But maybe if there's some kind of no, because he's not sitting president. Because I feel like I would imagine that the deals or relationship or whatever that UK has with America would be with the person that's currently there, who we've had meetings and had conversations with. So if he was a sitting president and he died, then fair. But then with Trump as well, Trump is not just a political entity. Like, he's business as well.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know what business of his we use here, whatever it is. Who knows, what people be doing in these spaces. But I can't say that I can see it necessarily affecting us, to be honest. So, no.
Okay.
No. I can't think of how we would.
How would it affect us? I think the right-wing people would be on the streets.
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah. I think the right-wing people, the EDL and those people,
Yep.
they would be on the streets and they would say that it's a war on them.
Why? Why are they in it?
Because that's how they stay.
And Farage just the other day spoke.
See, thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that one.
He said this. He didn't say it in these words, but he pretty much was like, "This is because you lot didn't take it serious when the woman came and threw a milkshake at me. If you lot
Yeah.
nipped that in the bud,
Yeah.
stuff like this wouldn't be
Yeah,
happening."
he would definitely bring that up.
Farage brought the milkshake.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would.
just the other day.
When Trump got shot in the
Yes.
ear, Farage said, "You lot should have taken it seriously when someone threw a McDonald's milkshake at me."
That's what they would do. They would
Throw an
definitely.
egg in his forehead. That's
The
what
right
they
wing
should
would be on the streets 100%, and they would somehow blame Labour. Somehow blame Labour for speaking out against them, and they'll say it's going to come over here, and yeah, there'll be a lot. They will definitely use it to their advantage.
Crazy. Good morning, caller.
Morning, guys. Black Robert.
How you doing, man? You right?
Morning.
I'm good. Sorry, I didn't take the name of the guest because I wanted to address him.
Marianne Sunshine.
Marianne. Okay. You said something about how the guy that got shot he was like he was a bad person because he said some nasty things about Israel and some tweets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like you don't feel as sorry for him. I feel like the media has done a number on us in a way that we interact with people with opposing views to the point where we're almost part of the problem in the sense where because they dig out tweets and stuff he said so I think the left-wing media dug out stuff that he's done and said in the past, so like almost kind of like, oh look, this guy was a bad guy, so it's not so bad that he got shot. And I was like, that's a bad way of looking at things. It's still a person at the end of the day. And when the other side did that with regards to George Floyd, we weren't having it because they were like, and Candace Owens was one of the people doing the same thing where it was like, oh, George Floyd used to take drugs, George Floyd used to sell drugs, so it's not so bad that he died. And it's like, we shouldn't, neither side should be doing that. And sometimes I feel like you justify it if it's your side doing it to the other one, but you can see it more clearly when the other side's doing it to us. But I think that's causing more divide by doing that, because at the end of the day, it's a person. So whether I agree with the guy's politics or not, it's like he died. So I don't think we should kind of almost slightly justify it in our heads by going, oh, he tweeted something political that I didn't like, so maybe it's kind of all right in my head that something happened to him.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I reserve my empathy and compassion for people who would have empathy and compassion for me when they're alive. And clearly that man did not have any empathy and compassion for people like me when he was alive. So I'm not going to lose any tears. No matter how he died, I'm never going to lose any tears for him. The comparison to George Floyd is ridiculous in my view, because George Floyd's transgressions were against himself. He wasn't speaking out against groups of people or any disadvantaged grouping. He's a drug taker. He was harming himself. So
I'm speaking more to the media playbook of
the media
which I agree
doesn't
with.
influence anything I say. So the media doesn't influence a single thing I say, not a single thing.
I think everyone thinks that, but as I said, I just think it's bad practice to but to be fair, it says you're right, but like it sounded like
equivalency as well though, Black Rob.
Okay, fair enough. Well, go on. Why?
No, I'm just echoing what Marianne was saying, because he showed, like Marianne was saying, he showed a lack of empathy for people who were getting killed. When they did the George Floyd thing, we saw what they were trying to do. Like Marianne said, he was doing it to himself. So instead of, they were trying to control the narrative in regards to looking at him as an innocent bystander that got killed by a member of the civil, the civil servant, more or less, isn't it? So I think I kind of get the point you're trying to make, but
it wasn't. I kind of. But yeah, to be honest, you guys got a point. There's it probably is kind of more of the examples don't really match up, which I'll take that on board. You're kind of right, but I was more speaking to like maybe that wasn't the best example, but I do see it where both sides of the aisle do the same thing where they try to justify. It's the same tactics, like it's the same tactics of dehumanizing the person, the people on the other side of the aisle that you don't agree with, so that when something happens to them, you can kind of justify in your mind.
But I think it is as well. I think when we mentioned, because I'm the one who brought up the guy's tweet and whatnot, it wasn't mentioned to justify his shooting. Like that can't be justified. But it's like Marianne was saying, I would show empathy to somebody that I feel as well would have showed empathy to me. Like he saw, there was a whole video and whatnot that he quote tweeted and said, well, they'll get over it. The Japanese did. Like that's such a cruel and horrible thing to say. So him being dead now, it's not a bad thing for me to say that my empathy is capped, because it is.
No.
Can I read it?
Yeah, go on, Brent.
All right, so Piers Morgan quoted this video that I'm showing, saying, where are these Palestinians going to live when the war is over? So many of their homes are being destroyed. Does Israel have an answer? Does it care? And he said, they'll get over it. The Japanese did. So I understand when people say, look, your family will get over it.
Yeah.
Because you see what
okay, let me I'm gonna change myself. I rephrase it. Maybe not empathy, but I'm more like, I'm not gonna. But I guess none of you are doing that, so maybe I kind of agree with you guys, because I'm just trying to not get to that place where, because I know some people that would be like, "Right, haha, good for him." I was like, "Nah, it's a bit."
No, it's
like,
not.
Don't dance on their grave.
It's not how good for him. And I definitely will have empathy and compassion for his wife, his children, his mother, all the family members that are going to be mourning him. I'll have empathy and compassion for them, absolutely.
But you're not losing sleep, which I agree with.
I'm not going to lose sleep that this is happening.
All right, cool. I think I kind of share your position then. All right, cool.
They'll get over it though.
Huh?
They'll get over it.
What did you say?
I said they'll get over it.
Yeah.
Japanese did, so.
Okay. Well, facts.
Boy. Anyway, catch you guys.
Thanks,
bro.
Bye.
And it's interesting because a lot of those people at that particular rally would be some of the worst people on the earth.
Literally.
Mixed in with some absolute ignoramus. Mixed in with some young people who are just, I guess, following certain ideologies.
But you know what? Stuff like this always it just makes me think of like the arrogance in human beings' minds. Like, obviously he tweeted that like a year ago or whatever, yeah? And then even like his last tweet was that he was going to be at the Trump rally and whatever. Like, just like being somebody that just carries these ideologies, it's like you make it your entire being, and then you've died for that. And so you like life is so fleeting. Like you died for that, but you died for what? Like for what exactly?
They feel like they have a cause.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
they honestly feel like they have a cause,
wild, though.
And they feel like they're fighting for America. They
so he
feel
feels like he's
saving the country.
They can call him a hero.
I'm like, whether it's fake. Sorry, go on.
Didn't they say he was trying to cover his family though, to be fair?
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the stories that I heard. He was shielding his family, which is why he got shot.
Yeah.
Like, he's a hero to them, to be fair.
Whether real or fake, Trump's won it. He's won it because of that.
100%.
And I feel like this is obviously what he's doing with the ear and the sad face and It's just, that's America in a nutshell. He's going to milk this for as long as possible, even though he's taking the piss out of vets, even though he's taking the piss out of soldiers, even though he's taking the piss out of disabled people. All that's irrelevant, isn't it? My man, look at my guy.
He walked out there like a boxer, you know.
Like, and now look at him, like he's a boss. Like that's the rhetoric that's going to be spewed by his.
With 34 felonies, he can't even vote for himself.
And you got shot. Listen, what did Ed say? Ed said Machiavelli.
Jesus Christ.
he's winning that shit. He's winning, and I think it's again
Sad.
whether it's real or staged. This has now won him. Look at him. The other guy can't even string a sentence together. My man took a bullet.
Is it just him and Biden that's...
Biden was
just those two?
Biden
Pretty
was
much.
So what the country came up with?
Very much,
Yikes.
yeah.
A zombie and an actor.
I should have let Kanye run.
That's what you got to choose
They're
from.
both genocide enablers anyway.
Literally.
So it is what it is.
Somebody interviewed Biden the other day. Horrible interviewer, but he goes, "Are you a Zionist?" And Biden said yes.
Yeah, he's been saying that since he was younger.
Jesus.
He said, "I'm an avid Zionist. Israel will stand
avid.
with or without me."
That's crazy.
He's been saying that for. Have you not seen it?
No.
Since he was young, and he had hair, everything. When he was
Yeah.
When he had hair.
he was like, "Oh, we're gonna do this." He was very, very charismatic when he said it
That's
as well. Very
crazy.
charming. He said, "Israel will be here with or without me."
That's crazy.
How do you think Trump's going to handle the Israel situation?
He said, didn't he call Biden a weak Palestinian?
Oh,
he did.
wow.
You're a
So
weak
he did.
Palestinian, and I'm gonna help the Jews because I'm a strong Jew and I want Israel to stand. It's peak either way for Palestine.
Yeah, man.
So I don't care about
Trump
either
is
of
going to
them.
build hotels on the West Bank.
Yeah. For
That's
real.
what he's going to do.
And bear in mind,
And a resort.
APAC is a huge. APAC decides who wins. Anyway, APAC is a huge kind of Zionist movement that pump and pay a lot of the people off. So it's already been decided, man. It's peak.
I wanted to ask you guys about DEI, yeah, so diversity, equity, and inclusion, yeah, because now that's been brought into this situation because of the Secret Service. So obviously yesterday, Marx was talking about them being meaty and how they're not the, you know what I mean, like the best out there. And Brent, there's some footage if you don't mind playing, yeah. And obviously this is not me saying it. This is what people are saying, yeah. And obviously they're kind of focusing on the fact that the women who were involved weren't really they weren't up to par, basically. There's one trying to put a gun in the holster, forgot where the holster was.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe she was in the moment.
Oh Lord.
Hey, yo, Brent, I beg you play the one I sent you.
Okay, they all look like actors.
Rambling.
They all look like they
Marianne.
They all look like actors.
Marianne, that's exactly what I said yesterday.
They all
I
look
said
like
they are
actors.
paid actors.
Why?
They
That's not
Secret Service.
security.
Hey, yo, Brent, I beg you play the one I sent you.
That's not security. They all look like actors.
Marianne, that's exactly what I
This
said
is
yesterday.
even worse.
I said that, you know, the security is why I think it's fake.
That's why I think it's fake.
Because when
lack
I
of
saw the
security.
video, like I did not think it was fake until I saw how the security moved. I said, "Oh, these are paid actors."
Yeah.
And I told you it was women in the front that was pissing me off the most.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
They ain't serious.
They
Look
look
at
like
that.
they're
She's
in
scrambling.
costume
She
with
put
the
her
glasses
sunglasses back
and the
on.
black suit. They look like they're in
She put her
costume.
sunglasses
Hey, yo,
back
this is
on.
too
Wow.
funny. This is too funny.
You guys gonna see it?
They're confused. Look at all of them. Why are there so many women?
That's exactly hiding. Oh,
And why is his face prominent? He just got shot. You don't know if there's another active shooter, but his head's there.
you know what?
His head's out.
I came in this morning after listening to a few things yesterday, and I thought, you know what? Actually, I might have to walk it back and say, actually, I think this might be real. Upon seeing this,
No way.
my mind is made up. My mind is made up. My mind is made up. Made up. Even if I see that little boy's parents, what's it called, on the news crying, my mind is made up. RIP to lost souls, but
They have to have
my
a
mind is
full
made up.
guy. They have
That's
to have a
ridiculous.
full guy. Yeah. They might not have meant for the fireman to die.
Also,
But they have to have a full guy.
did you guys see the video of the shooter of when he was apparently, because it's a very short video, where he's like he's in school, high school, whatnot, and he's apparently being bullied. You can't see much in the clip, but they're like, oh, he's apparently being bullied. I'm like, where did this clip come from? But then obviously I was like, to be fair, Snapchat memories. But I don't think Gen Z uses Snapchat the way I was using Snapchat back in the day like that. Like it's more about TikTok now. But apparently, there's a clip now that like all these old clips and whatnot of
They
this
got
guy
them
now.
quick though.
Of him being in a place where it would be like mental health and bad mental health, sorry, I should say, is surfacing.
Boy.
Did that shit.
Well, I did want to obviously bring in DEI and ask you guys your opinion on this, yeah, because obviously we're making light of this situation, just making it lighthearted and whatnot. But just in life though, do you guys feel like DEI is a good policy to have, where workplaces kind of prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion, or do you feel like it should just be meritocracy based on who's the best, or do you feel like sometimes when you look at who's the best, you're kind of in some way kind of closing the doors to other people and not really able to really, I guess, test who's the best anyway.
You know, it's funny. I feel like whenever we talk about diversity, equality, inclusion, and stuff like that, people speak as if it's an absolute. It's one or the other. People speak as though because you are you're from a diverse background or you fit in the box of diversity, equality, and inclusion, that means you're automatically crap at the job.
Yeah.
The best of the best is what's picked out from that diversity. It's just making sure that people that are also as good as the main social group that's always picked also gets a chance to do this job.
Exactly.
So it's not you. It's not somebody like if it's a company that typically hires white males and they say, you know what, we're gonna have some women or we're gonna have some black females in there. It's not gonna be black women who are bartenders that don't know how to run a company.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going
It's
to
going to be women that are qualified because they're still gonna have to go through the process
Yeah.
to make sure that they're good for the job. Do you get what I mean?
100%. But is that always the case though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it really? Because if you're trying to say to yourself, okay, cool, I want the amount of people in this particular office to kind of be representative of the population in the country, right? If you're trying to force that, sometimes you may not have the best of the best because maybe you're trying to do it in a particular.
But you know what's
time
funny
frame.
though? The majority of the social group you currently have, that you're trying to add some other people into that, some of them were meaty. I'm gonna say half of them, but
100%.
some of them were meaty. They're not going to be the best. So when you got, say for example, a company and majority of people in there are white, they're not the top
100%.
white performing colleagues or employees. They're not. So if you got room for that, you got some meaty in the white space, you can have some meaty in the black space. Unfortunately though, whenever it is, I can speak about black people because I'm black.
Yeah.
Whenever it's black people, I find that we do better jobs than the people that get promotions over us. I know how hard I work compared to my colleagues.
Yeah.
I know that people make mistakes crazy and it's ignored. I'm like, this is a big deal that this person's done. But there's no consequence for that. So I know that when it's black people, unfortunately, we have to show up. We've all heard that you've got to be twice as good, twice as good. That's very stupid narrative. I think it's very stupid. It's a very stupid narrative. All it does is reinforces foolishness. So we've heard that all our lives. So whenever you have people that are, if they're part of the DEI group, they're never meaty. They're not allowed to be. They're not allowed to come here mediocre. So whenever you've got that in a place, I always believe, wow, you guys are really such high and low to make sure, because they don't really, I feel like if you have to include that, if that's an initiative you have to roll out, you don't really want to do it. And so what you will do is put these candidates through it to ensure that they actually deserve to be here. Do you get what I mean?
Like, what about in the ways how this could negatively affect us? So let's just say there was a conversation being had in the conference, right? And we want to talk about how to better race relations in this country. And we wanted this to be representative of the population. And only 3 or 4 of us black people end up being in the room because we are 3-4% of the country. How would we feel about that? Because it can work in some ways, but in some ways, not so much.
Those 4 people
Yeah.
are probably going to be better than the rest of the room. Have more knowledge and intelligence than the rest of the room. But as the saying is 100% correct.
Yeah.
If we're in that group, we're going to be the best people. We're going to be the best. And the thing is, they know it. The racists say, "Oh, you get picked," but when you're actually in those companies, they know if there's a black woman in a high-ranking role, she's got to be the best black. She has to be really good for her to have got that job.
Yeah.
They know that. They're well aware of that. So they know they're getting the best people out of our group.
Word.
Our group. They know they're well aware of it. So that is why they allow those people to have high-ranking jobs, because they know they're going to be the best people for the job.
This is true.
They're never going to give a mediocre black person a high-ranking job. It's not going to happen
100%.
unless you're in the Conservative Party.
But then what about capping the amount of black people? So of course
They're always going to do that. They're always going to do that in a white majority country. They're always going to do that.
But doesn't DEI facilitate that though? Because if you're saying to me, okay, cool, I only need to employ 4 black people to meet the quota, and I've got 10 elite black people here, and I'm a racist, I'm only taking 4 of you. And I could take 10 and have 6 other people's families prospering from this.
But that is unfortunately what happens when you have racist people running stuff. That's why we need our own companies.
100%. Why is that important though? Why do we need our own? Like, what difference is it really going to make though? If we're only 3 or 4% in this country,
it makes a difference when you're going for a job and you can go to a black company for a job rather than going in and trying to get one of the 4 spaces that's reserved for us in a huge white company, when you can go to a black company and every space is reserved for us. That makes a difference. We need to. When I look at the young people coming up, nothing has changed from when I was younger. I was always the only black person in the office, always, and I was always the most important, the most intelligent person there. I could have done the boss's job, but I'm the assistant.
Boy.
You understand? Yeah. So we really do need to be able to provide our young people with opportunities, something they put on their CV, where we're putting them in managerial positions because they're qualified, and instead of making them the assistant because they're a diversity hire.
Yeah. I don't want to assume your political position, but do you feel like Labour is the best ones to facilitate that for black people in this country?
This Labour government?
Yeah.
Hell no.
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 What?
No.
Has any previous Labour government been that?
Corbyn would have been perfect. Corbyn would have been perfect, definitely. He there was a lot of things. I was shaky about him at first, but then as I started looking at his history with race relations, when I heard him talk about reparations, I saw something about him the other day where he was talking about community.
Yeah.
He said we need to push community soldiers. And he said whenever he said that to anybody, they all laughed at him and said, for what? He goes, because we need community. If we build a community, we build the economy, we build society. Yeah. And he said everybody laughed at him when he said that. So Corbyn definitely would have made a huge change where you might not have needed DEI by the time he was done, because he's come through that and he understands the need for everybody for absolute equality. Yeah.
Do you feel like as much as Corbyn was an upright man, and a good man, had loads of good values and whatnot, he was a bad politician?
Bad politician, horrible politician.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't play politics. He doesn't play politics. So yeah, you have to be a little bit corrupt. So of course he's a bad politician.
It's a damn shame.
Sad, yeah. It's a sad state of affairs,
exactly.
bruv, when you have to say that.
Yeah. Because he doesn't
But
play...
he lives his raps. Right?
He really
Even
does,
in his constituency, he can't walk down the street without someone coming up to him, thanking him, talking to him. He's the actual proper. Well, he's like the idealistic view of what you want your MP to look like.
When I heard him sit and talk about how much money England owes Jamaica, I was like, look, I've never heard a white man say that in my life. But he's done. There's a whole speech online where he talks about how much reparations and how how it would completely transform Jamaica as a country if they were paid back what they were owed.
Yeah.
And he's the only person I've ever heard say that from this country. He's the only person.
Yeah.
What's Rishi and Boris done?
Teeth.
No. His skin's burning right now.
What?
You're inside, you're burning because you're like,
They're not my boys. What are you talking about? You know, I'm a pro-black, melanin jam-packed. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm for whatever's uplifts black people, 100%. You know what I'm saying? But like I've said many times on the show, I don't subscribe to any left or right. I feel like they're all the same. They all hate black people. You know what I'm saying? And we're confused and feel like, you know what I mean? Like these people actually, one likes us more than the other.
No,
I don't
that's not. Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Exactly. But yes, I guess we can wrap up the topic of the day there.
All right, let's get into more headlines. Oh, wait, Life of Barge said, these conversations are interesting. If you've ever worked in a majority ethnic organisation, whether it be black, multiracial, and people of colour, and POCs are the majority, you know it comes with serious cons. That is also a conversation that we need to have, but not today.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well,
But
that's another day.
That is something. It's something to talk about how it is that we treat each other as well.
Absolutely.
Serious? Is that a thing? So with TMB, should I mix it up?
You couldn't treat me like that. I come on this show and I put your shit on blast.
Because this is our DI.
I'm like, cool. I'm the
white spokesperson.
Can you imagine?
Me and Muggs.
Wow. Wow.
See what you did there?
Fuck that. He said I was white last time. I'm sending it right back to him. I wish he was here as well.
You called him Frenchman talent this morning, so you have to hear that.
Wow.
Who said Frenchman talent?
Brent called Frenchman.
No, I said...
All right, people. So our next set of headlines. A senior House Democrat reportedly told Axios that many in Congress have resigned themselves to a second Trump term following the assassination attempt on the former president's life this weekend. So while most lawmakers who spoke to Axios said that they could not make any proper predictions until the Democratic National Convention, at least one senior leader believed that the former president, Donald Trump, will win the election. We've all resigned ourselves to a second Trump presidency. This is what the lawmaker was quoted as saying. The Republican Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said, if you're a senior Democrat that feels this way, you should absolutely retire and make space for true leadership that refuses to resign themselves to fascism. This kind of leadership is functionally useless to the American people. Retire. You see what I'm saying? Like, is it too far to say that Donald Trump is a fascist?
No.
No?
No.
No.
Serious?
No, it's fascist vibes.
He says fascist stuff. What are we
Exactly.
doing here?
He has fascist ideologies.
But, all right, cool.
I think you're a Tory. exactly why.
That's what I said,
Do
inside
you know
you're
what it
burning.
is? Do you know what it is? It's because sometimes I feel like I don't take Donald Trump seriously.
But
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
You
irrelevant
have
because
to
he's
take
still
him
there.
seriously.
That's
Do you know why?
Because
Do you know
he's saying it.
Yeah, but also as well, you don't live in America.
This
You
is
take him
true.
seriously if you live there.
This is true.
Like
This is
Stacey
true.
keeps shaking every time we say that Trump's gonna win.
Yeah, I know.
She's gonna block us.
Yeah.
It's real for them.
Mm.
But yeah.
You don't give this grace to Keir. I hate him as well, but you don't give this grace to Keir.
Yeah,
You
but
take it very
Keir Starmer,
seriously.
yeah, it's true, but Keir Starmer don't talk like this, don't it? Like, Keir Starmer just
It's
he
a
asks
me-
him
it's a
questions
melt.
about working class.
Yeah.
You don't know what working class is. And
It's
he's
funny
saying-
that bothers you, but not the racist, fascist stuff that Trump says.
Yeah, because of like you said, I'm not there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right.
So, yeah.
So let me give a definition. Yeah, and you Iman, I'm speaking to you. Let me know if it is that this meets the criteria.
All right.
Fascism is a far-right or authoritarian political ideology characterized by dictatorial, dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition, and strong regimentation of society and the economy. Here are some key elements typically associated with fascism. Right, this is the one I want you to focus on. Right, authoritarianism. Fascist regimes are marked by strong centralized control and the reduction of elimination of democratic institutions. Leaders often hold absolute power and govern through decree. Does he make that particular? Does he tick that box?
I don't think so, man, because I don't think he's actively like suppressing the opposition, and you know what I'm saying. I don't think he's doing that. He's not even allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let me do it again.
All right,
Because
go on.
I don't think you heard it.
fascist regimes are marked by strong centralized control and the reduction on or elimination of democratic institutions. What do you say about the Capitol building?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
All right, so you take that box, yes?
yeah.
All right.
But he's not eliminating voting altogether.
What? What?
All right, go on.
And didn't he say it was rigged?
Yes,
So anyway,
Wasn't there a phone call that said he needed to find 20,000 votes?
allegedly.
Okay.
all right. Nationalism. Fascism promotes a strong sense of national pride and unity, often to the extent of xenophobia or racism. It glorifies the nation state and often positions it as superior to others. Does he tick that box?
Yeah, but I think every American politician does.
I'm just going through this list. Say yes or no.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Militarism. Fascist states maintain a strong military presence and glorify military strength and conquest. War and conflict are seen as means of achieving national rejuvenation. Does he tick that box?
Yeah, like every
All right.
US president.
Suppression of opposition. Political dissent is not tolerated in fascist regimes. Opposition parties, free press, and other democratic structures are typically suppressed or abolished.
Fake news.
100%.
yeah. No, but this is the
Doesn't
thing,
he
though.
want to
He
suppress?
says that.
Doesn't he
says
want to
that.
suppress the left? And I'm not suggesting that the left don't want to suppress the right, right? But in this state, you're ticking these particular boxes. Does he qualify for this?
See, this is the thing. Though. I think for me, yeah, maybe it's because I'm thinking about fascists of yesterday.
I want
You know
to
what I'm
finish
saying?
this
I'm
first because you
comparing
said
them.
that you don't
Okay.
think that he's a fascist, and you seem to always say that words have meanings.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So does he tick this box?
See, I would say no, because yeah. Read it again.
Suppression of
Yes.
opposition.
Yeah. So I don't think he's suppressed opposition.
Yeah.
I think he's said certain things, and obviously it's made people behave in a particular way. But again, I guess I'm comparing
Brother,
him
I can't stress enough how many times he has encouraged his people to go and kill these people who are chatting bollocks.
I understand what you're
When
saying.
it is that he was rushing the flipping capital, he also suggested that that guy, who's that guy, Pence, should die.
Yeah.
Are you forgetting these things?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know
That was
the
his
thing
own
is,
VP as well.
maybe it's because again, maybe I'm forgetting, but at the same time, maybe I'm
Depends
like I said, I'm comparing.
Brother,
him to
brother, let me
people in the
continue.
past who've actively
He
killed
ticks
people.
this box. He ticks this box. Don't lie about that, man. Regimentation of society and the economy. Fascism involves strict control over many aspects of life, including the economy, education, and cultural expression. There is often a focus on collective identity over individual rights. Does he tick this box?
No,
What?
he's a free market sort of guy. To some degree.
Fascism involves strict control over many aspects of life, including the economy, education, and culture. Both parties should say that they do this. Why are you saying no to this one?
Not necessarily, because he believes in, like I said, a free market. That's not control. That's relinquishing control. He's not full blown free market though, because obviously he's for putting tariffs in place to kind of benefit Americans. But that's not how fascists in the past. Again, maybe that's my comparison. Behave typically. You know what I'm saying? They're about proper control. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know how communists control their economy, it's not what Trump's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Aren't you? First of all, good morning.
No, wait,
morning,
wait,
girl.
Stacey. Let me just finish. I got 2 more left. I got 2 more left. All right. Cult of personality. Fascist leaders often create a cult of personality around themselves, presenting themselves as the embodiment of the nation's strength and aspirations. Does he?
Definitely ticks that box.
Down the weekend.
All right. Propaganda. The use of propaganda is extensive in fascist regimes to control public opinion and maintain the regime's image and ideology. Does he tick that box?
100%.
Yeah.
So out of the 7 markers, you've said he ticks 6 of them.
Yeah.
Is he a fascist?
I mean, 6 days of the week.
Oh my lord.
Good morning,
All
Stacey.
right, cool. But like I said, I think it's because
Good
I'm
morning.
comparing him to people of yesteryear. You know what I'm saying? Who were, you know what I mean? Maybe that's the reason why I'm saying he's not a fascist. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen what they've done.
But that's irrelevant now. He's just
But
correct.
he's a modern day fascist.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't even know if I need to be the same modern day. To be honest. Good morning, Stacey.
Good morning. I'm having heart palpitations
Talk to him.
because this is too much. Like, Eman, you're really disappointing me. Like, so bad. What was the Brent? What was the line about controlling? What is it? The economy and education.
Yeah, the one he said that he doesn't qualify for. Regimentation of society and the economy. Fascism involves strict control over many aspects of life, including the economy, education, and cultural expression. There is often a focus
You
on
even stopped at education. Aren't you Mr. Pro-Black? Like, have we not had many conversations about how Republicans are trying to ban certain books and erase certain parts of history so that the idea of this whole critical race theory stuff and how America is a racist country is not taught to kids in school? Like, please.
Yeah, that's the education part. I'm talking about the economy.
Oh, are you dead?
I hear what you're saying, but I was just focusing on the economy.
Right. No, like, we can't say he doesn't do all of them. He does none of them.
Yeah. But again, Stacey,
Like,
I'm agreeing with what you guys are saying. Like I said, maybe it's because I'm just comparing it to the fascists of yesteryear. You know what I'm saying? Those who were active, they were actively killing people. They were actively doing these things. And because Trump has not done that, at least we've not seen him actively do these things, I'm basically seeing him to a lesser degree of a fascist than those other guys. You know what I'm saying?
no, but I don't. I can't even say I respect your opinion. You lie. I just, this is very frustrating for me as somebody obviously who's American in this conversation, because it's so disappointing, especially in recent years when I've had the civil duty of voting and understanding the impacts of why elections are important, to see Black people fail time and time again. It's almost like we get stupidity plague every time an election comes around, because the way that we engage dialogue, and I'm not saying that you guys are stupid. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the way we shoot ourselves in the foot every 4 years in this country needs to be studied. Like, going back to what was talked about, and this is not the first time I've heard it on this podcast, but it's also been something that happens in our media. This nonsense narrative of both of our candidates are ridiculous. I'm not going to. I don't think you guys understand how dangerous of a like that. When I tell you that is one of the most dangerous contributions to media, like you can do, and I'm not saying because I'm trying to get people to vote Democrat. I'm saying in general, whether your vote is Republican or Democrat, how dangerous it is to advocate for people, even if it's yourself, not to vote.
It's dangerous to advocate for
Speaking,
people.
Yes.
But what, as in
Republican
side?
I'm going to speak on my personal angle. Obviously, there's a level of bias here because I personally align with the Democratic Party, right?
Yeah.
When you tell people I'm not going to vote, or we have people of influence saying I'm not going to vote because both of the candidates that we have as options are ridiculous. I need everybody to use their brains and understand, yes, what is the reality nightmare that we're dealing with in our political stratosphere is ridiculous. I can't even say it looks ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But at the end of the day, however ridiculous or how unqualified you think candidates are, one of them is going to be president. So either we're going to use our heads and figure out and understand, hopefully soon, that this election is about picking either the lesser of the two evils or the devil that we know. We're going to be fucked in a couple years. And fucked for us looks like a generation of consequences. It's bad enough we messed up in 2016. Look at the support and the nonsense they've been unraveling in less than 5 years.
Stacey,
this man has an opportunity again.
Can I ask a question?
To create. Yes,
Can I ask a question? Sorry. Yeah. When I look at American politics and I look at the candidates that you have for president, I always wonder within the black community in America, why after Obama they didn't start pushing another black candidate.
It's not that we didn't start pushing a black candidate. It's the same thing I was saying a few minutes ago, how we shoot ourselves in the foot. I think when it comes to presidential candidates and topics of politics in the community, we often, and I'm not saying this is wrong because that would be validating culture, and that's not what I'm trying to go for here. Obviously, our first thoughts are to point out what candidates have done negatively to our communities, right? Okay. For example, Kamala was a prosecutor prior to her run as vice president, and she got a lot of fire for a lot of the way she went about her secretarial duties, if prosecutorial is a word. At the end of the day, looking back, a lot of the candidates, Hillary, same thing. We missed opportunities to either put a candidate who was black or put a candidate who could have done more black people than they did negative. Mm-hmm. And that is when I say we shoot ourselves in the foot. Okay. Sometimes it's not about saying this person is wrong or this person is black, so they're going to stand for X. So it's about evaluating if these are the options that we have. Yes, ideally we want a great option, but if we have one, like I said, lesser of the two evils, or the devil that no.
Okay.
And that's the problem with how media viewing this, how people are giving their commentary about this. Like, this is seriously not a joke. Sorry, I don't mean to get passionate, but like seriously, I get we joke, and I get like we have to be very careful about how and this is not me saying that anybody should have their opinion, but understand that literally what we witnessed in 2016 and beyond can happen again and can have serious consequences.
Stacey, what do you mean by what happened in 2016?
When Trump got elected.
Yeah, so it's just the fact that he got elected.
Yeah, we like you said, we did the same way you were just saying a few minutes ago that when Trump talks, like you don't take him seriously. We all do not take this man seriously. We just watched this man on what was that reality TV show that he had?
Apprentice.
The Apprentice. We could not believe that this was actually happening. And of course, in lack of belief, people didn't go to the polls like that because they were like, there's no way he's going to get elected. And people, look what happened.
Why don't you say, for
example, in 2020,
why don't you say, look what happened in 2020?
Yeah, 2020, we had to correct the issue.
So you see Biden as a corrective? Like you see him as the guy?
Compared to Trump.
Anything
Absolutely.
out Trump was a better option. I think we could have gone with Bernie, but Bernie probably would have been dealing with the same shit Biden's dealing with. He's old as hell too. We really should have gone with Bernie. However, this is the bed we laid for ourselves, but this bed is the lesser of the two evils.
All right, I hear you.
And I don't understand, unless someone is a Republican, which I even question those people. Like, I think what I find that a lot of people align Republican for finances. And I would like those people to step out themselves and understand the bigger picture here. Like, some of the things that I'm seeing and reading about this Project 2025 stuff that really seem like a fever dream. Like, when you really get into it and you really see how it aligns, it is scary shit. Scary. So again, like, I know that I'm in the chat and I'm, like Esther said, I'm having panic attacks every time y'all joke.
No, girl, rightly so. That's your reality. So it makes sense.
Seriously, like, politics has never been so important. I know, wow. Like, I don't think we've ever been in a scary place where we are at serious risk of losing our ability to contribute to politics as the common man. I thought it was a joke when people would be like, yeah, Trump is really trying to be out here, having a dictatorship. I was like, in what universe? No, he's not. Oh my God. Like, checks and balances hardly exist in 2024. Like, he has literally set the stage for him to do what it is that he wants. This whole Supreme Court trial that he just had, that's giving him immunity, do we realize that made that bed for himself? He's the one who put the Supreme Court justices in their chairs to be able to get him off on stuff. Like, this is what I mean by these things have consequences. He's going to go and put some young Republican judges in those seats that are not going to die until I'm looking at my grandkids.
Can you just briefly tell us what Project 2025 is, please?
I'm probably the wrong person to speak in depth about this, but basically, Project 2025 is a list of different things that I don't know if I can say the Republican as a whole, or it's a bunch of stuff that a lot of former Trump aides, Trump affiliates, I don't know if I can say the Republican Party, their goals for things they want to do, but by 2025 or at 2025, I don't know how to describe it, but read it, look at it, and in parallel to the definition that Brent just read of fascism, I would find it hard for you to not say this guy is a textbook modern fascist. Like, it is insane, the types of stuff that it's almost like delusion, but like, when people say, like, with musicians, like, in order for you to blow, like, you really have to support your own delusion until, like, fake it till you make it type shit, like, until your delusion becomes accepted. Like, I almost think that's what we're on the brink of. Like, Trump is delusional, but it's actually working. It's insane.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye, Stacey.
Yeah, she was go.
Thanks, Stacey.
Later.
All right, we're actually on the headline. So, our next headline, right? So, the government is set to introduce a new law to make spiking a specific criminal offence in this week's King's Speech. So, it
wasn't an offence.
Probably grouped together with something else when I was specific. It is expected to be included in more than 35 bills in the program, which is going to be announced on Wednesday. So spiking, like you said, is already a crime covered by other pieces of legislation included in the 1861 Offences Against the Person Act. But Labour's manifesto, alongside the Conservatives, said creating a new specific offence would help police better respond to incidents. Next headline, and Spanish police, trigger warning. Sorry guys, trigger warning. Spanish police have told Sky News that rescue workers searching for missing British teenager Jay Slater in Tenerife have found the body and are trying to identify it. Evidence strongly suggests this is what the remains are those of the 19-year-old. This is what officers said. The body does look like that to be of Jay Slater. said LBT Global, a British overseas missing persons charity which has been working with the Slater family. They also added in a statement that it's understood that the body was found close to the site of Jay Slater's mobile phone's last location. Although formal identification is yet to be carried out, the body was found with Mr. Slater's possessions and clothes. A post-mortem and forensic inquiries will follow. And that's it for our headlines.
Sad.
Time to pay the bills.
Right, let's get into some word on road. You know, people have that I tend to. It entertains me. It entertains when people have audacity. I just think, wow, how audacious. So my first one is trigger warning. Sorry. But yeah, I forgot to add that on there. But trigger warning. So basically, Strictly Come Dancing, right? They've got a dancer on there. There's a girl who was on Love Island like a few seasons ago, I believe. Her name Zara McDermott, right? She's a Love Islander. She was on Strictly Come Dancing. Mm-hmm. She had this male partner. This male partner, allegedly, well, I mean, he's been fired by BBC on account of this. So I don't know. I'll say allegedly because what we're doing here at TMB is very important, right? Allegedly, he was physically and verbally abusing his partner. That's not the audacity part.
Dancing partner.
Dance partner.
Okay,
So basically, when you're like, so if you're a celebrity will be grouped up with someone who's like a professional dancer.
Okay.
So he's the professional dancer.
Okay.
He's not the celeb. He's the professional dancer.
Okay, cool.
And allegedly, he was verbally and physically abusing her, like striking her.
What?
It's a whole thing. He's been fired by the BBC. Do you know where the audacity comes into it? He is suing the BBC for firing him.
Of course he is.
But you know why he's suing them though? No, I don't think you know. Do you know why he's suing them? He's suing them because they didn't offer him support for the problems that he has. The problems I hear you ask me, the problem of verbally and abusing a woman. So he's suing BBC.
Because they didn't put him in therapy for being abusive.
Okay. He said that they didn't help him. They didn't explain to him properly what the pressures of doing a show like this could be. And I guess the way the pressures manifested in his serial life was to be abusive to the woman that he was coupled up with. You know, when you give people human rights, sometimes people have too many rights. But yeah, that's what he's suing them for. So he says that he believes that he should. And you know what, as well with lawyers, because I wanted to be a lawyer, I did. Then I woke up and decided I wanted to talk on podcasts instead. But sometimes, do you not just take cases and like doesn't it have to make sense to you? He's got a lawyer.
He can win that case. He can win that case.
Because they have a right
That'd be
to
wild.
take care of him.
He can win that
She
case.
could also win the case. She could sue BBC as well
Yeah,
because
they
they
can
put her in
both-
harm's way.
In harm's way.
They can both win their
Because
cases.
there's video footage.
Yeah, they
And
can
I
both
that was
win
when
their
he got
cases.
fired. Because they saw video footage where he striked her like 9 times.
Ooh.
9 times.
Okay. And he's suing them. So he says that he believes that he should have been supported and helped with his behavior after they warned him about his treatment of her. So he basically got a warning, but I think at that point they thought it was verbal. Then they saw that it was a verbal and physical situation. Then they basically fired him. He got fired last week.
He can't win. He can't win that. That's gross misconduct. They can't support
It's
you.
gross
to-
misconduct,
to-
but
to-
if they warned him about his conduct because they knew that there was something wrong with him, then there might be something in their policies that say he should be offered support to deal with his issues.
But like as I just said, if they then see the video footage, that would then go into gross misconduct,
It
which
would.
then relinquish the responsibility of the company taking care of him.
It would.
So I don't think he's got a case.
He might have though. Knowing British
No, but
employment
listen,
law,
knowing
he
that,
might have.
you just never know.
Yeah, he might have. He still might have.
I feel like for a lawyer to take up that case,
Then there's a way he can win it.
there must be some kind
Yeah,
of loophole or something.
there's a way he can
but-
win it.
Yeah, so that's what he said. He said that he should have been supported and helped. And also that the pressure that he wasn't given any advice on how to deal with the pressure of competing in the show.
See,
Do you
that's
know how
not,
sick it is? Because what do you mean? Yeah, but
that's not his words. That's his lawyer's words.
yeah, but
Yeah.
if they're giving you advice on how to deal with the pressures, that's more to do with trolls. That don't have to do with you hitting like self-control and you hitting a woman. Like what are you talking
He hit
about?
her 9 times.
And
Wasn't
then
he
at BBC
arrested? Didn't he get arrested for assault?
No.
Wow.
'Cause I don't know what kind of hitting it was and stuff. But I mean,
Wow.
apparently they're saying that he allegedly kicked and hit her and stuff.
What?
So Insider BBC basically told the publication saying, why would any workplace, particularly one paid for by the public, offer support to someone who acted in an undoubtedly abhorrent manner. And has said that, and a friend of his then also said that there are questions over BBC's procedures and how they operate behind the scenes. That his name, let me even name and shame the guy, sorry. His name is Graziano Di Prima. And basically his friend was saying then that he, as in Prima, believes that there is a lot of pressure on professionals to get 9s or 10s to entertain the audience. So that's what he feels like they didn't help him deal with. They didn't give him advice on how to deal with the pressure that wanted to get 9s and 10s from them. But apparently as well, staff basically raised concerns about his conduct, but they only issued, this is why he might have a case, but the bosses only issued quiet warnings. So staff had actually complained about him. They said that the staff actually expected the bosses to fire him straight instantly, but they didn't. And the staff then grew, and they were basically annoyed that the complaints were ignored, basically.
So he's suing because he's basically throwing it back in their face that they protected him.
Basically.
Yeah, that's what he's suing. He's suing because they ignored the complaints and didn't take any of the complaints seriously. So he can sue that. Well, you didn't take those people's complaints seriously. I should have been offered some type of a support or, something. They should have sent him somewhere to deal with these issues before they fired him.
So I need to retract my statement about the 9 times. He didn't hit it 9 times. He got fired 9 months. So I saw 9.
Okay.
Yeah, he got fired 9 months after the attack. So basically, someone else on the show said that there were multiple occasions where both physical and verbal attacks were made. It was more physical than verbal, but all of it was dreadful.
Wow.
And then, so it wasn't until staff got a hold of a video allegedly showing him repeatedly hitting her 9 months after the initial complaint. That's when he got fired. He got fired like last week or a couple of weeks ago.
9 months after he hit her, and she still had to work with him.
No, 9 months after the initial complaint.
Oh my.
So yeah, because she was on last year. She went on this year. She was on she was on last year. So they'd be complaining about his conduct. So I don't know whether he's aggressive with people in general anyway.
Yeah,
so they were just complaining about his conduct and whatnot. And they just ignored it. They basically just issued quiet warnings to him, like maybe watch how you speak to people, whatever. And then when the staff then got a hold of a video of him repeatedly hitting her,
then they got no choice.
That's when that video was 9 months after the complaint. That's when they then fired him. But I just think the audacity of it all. But that's the man.
Yeah, that is audacious.
You see him on the high street, you run because he hits people allegedly.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. But yeah, that's what's happening with that. I can't even imagine that. But apparently as well, with Zara as well, she didn't file a complaint officially because she was she felt scared basically and felt what's the word? Is it threatened? Threatened, that's the word.
She did. He hit her 9. No, not 9 times.
No, not 9 times. Sorry,
not 9
but
times,
repeatedly.
but still,
He
hit her.
I don't know why for 9 times.
And she didn't do anything. That's crazy.
Yeah, but and the fact that there's a video about it as well is wild. I even saw there's another video, but like sometimes I don't know whether the media is then making up, but they're basically talking about like one of the times where she just kind of actually let me not add to that. I didn't. Let me not add to it. I already said 9 times. My bad, y'all. But so that's what happened on that. I'm going to keep an eye on this because that's so interesting. He can't possibly win against them. That's crazy.
I mean, they've got a case against him, obviously, but then he didn't get fired till 9 months later.
Yeah. Basically. Didn't get fired till 9 months later, yeah. Until the initial complaint. So even with his lawyers, if his lawyer's smart, he would get all the stuff that actually had complained about him. Which seems silly.
If he's got something in his contract that says like occupational health, they said they'll offer him support if he's got any issues, and that wasn't done, then he has got a case.
Yeah. But yeah, he was only fired last week.
Wow.
Her season was last year. But talking about you felt pressure to get 9s and 10s.
Yeah, that's
You're
not
not the only couple in here, and someone's got to leave the show. Like, what are you talking about? But anyways, love to Zara though, because that must be very horrible, and like having to relive all of that now as well, and media-wise as well, is just not it. Speaking of complaints though, do you guys watch House of the Dragons?
I don't.
Yes.
You don't watch it? You watch it? No. Brent, you watch it, I swear?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. Okay, well, apparently your fellow community, apparently the fans are complaining.
What?
I don't know if you guys have watched the latest series, but there's incestual sex going on in there.
So it's been that in Game of Thrones. They should be used to it.
Well, the fans are complaining.
Oh, come on.
I don't watch it.
Yeah, it's all riddled within
Desire.
George R.R. Martin's novel. There, the whole premise of the last one.
All of the what's them blonde-headed people called?
Targaryens.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So apparently,
Maybe they're complaining because it wasn't in the book.
no, maybe I think they're complaining because it's sick, because it's the son and the mum. What kind of incest goes on usually?
Ooh.
What was it?
It was
What kind of-
siblings.
Yeah, so this is the son. So this is Damon and his mum. So he basically had a sex dream by his mum, and it's a very, very like graphic.
Spoilers.
Well, usually say it happens all the time. You should be shocked.
What program is this?
It's
House
like
of the Dragon. So it's like a spin-off of
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
I never
isn't it?
watched Game of Thrones either.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's
so
not.
apparently there's a lot going on. As you guys know, I'm sanctified child, so I ain't reading all of this. Nope. It's all detailed of what's happening.
Really?
Actually, I'm never going to encourage you to watch the episode. I'm sure you usually watch us. We'll find out what happened. But yeah, apparently the what's it called? The fans of the show are basically irritated and annoyed about it. They're talking about how, basically that there was no need for that. That there was no need for all of that. It's a bit twisted and sick. And I'm just like, oh, so you're fine with the brother and sister having sex, but the mum and the son is where you draw the line.
There's other stuff in there as well, like
wonderful.
mutilated people. Like this.
No, that's where you draw the line at the son eating his mum out.
Man.
That's where you draw
And
the
the
line.
book's way more graphic as well.
Boy. So that's happening. Also, this is just whether being people criticizing people minding their business recently, so I don't have much. But so there's a whole billionaires wedding over the weekend. Everyone was there. Boris Johnson was there as well. That man always just looks like
He just looks like he got dragged through a hedge.
why do his
he
suits
always
fit
looks
like that?
scruffy. Why can't someone just
Dress him up.
iron his clothes, comb his hair, something?
I'll be honest. He's got a wife, He's had several wives.
Yeah, he's had several.
What is the appeal?
I don't know, man.
But anyways, so there was a wedding for Anant Abani and Radhika Merchant, and everyone was there basically. I mean, all the celebrities. I wonder though why. So you tend to get it when it's like Arab weddings or Indian weddings and stuff, and they always have all these celebrities. I'm like, why? Is it like a social status thing? It's got to be.
I almost feel like they get paid to be there.
Yeah, they do. They do get paid to be there.
Yeah.
They get paid to be. I'm like, how do you get paid to be at someone's wedding? I mean, to be fair, if you want to pay me to be at a wedding, I will be there. Quick, I'll be there before the pastor's there to marry you off. But do you get what I mean? I just think it's.
I always think as a celebrity, like you're gonna take money to be at someone's wedding.
But you know what it is though? It feels a bit fetishy for me. And I don't know, maybe I'm reaching, but it feels a bit fetishy. Because these people ain't part of your culture.
This is what I mean.
And you got them there. I mean, Kim was there, Khloe Kardashian was there, Boris Johnson was there. There's a bunch of so many A-list celebrities that are just at this wedding. I'm not gonna, why? But anyway, I guess it's part of their, what's it called? I guess it's them showing other members of their community.
Yeah, their status.
Is it pageantry?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But anyway, cut a long story short, Kim is getting criticised because she wore red to the wedding child.
And that's the
bride's
bride wears
colour.
red, right?
Mm-hmm. But then if you pay me to be here, I wear whatever colour I want to flip and wear. I'll be honest, she looked gorgeous.
I was a bit surprised because they were not covered up. I would expect them to be more covered up. They was wearing
she had
bra
cleavage.
tops.
Yeah, because, sorry, you paid me to be here. I'm coming how you saw me on Instagram that attracted you to want me at your wedding. This is what you wanted, right? You want a Kim Kardashian? Me and my titty's gonna be here. That's what's happening. I think she looks stunning. I think Kim is such a pretty girl. I think she's absolutely just very, very pretty. But yeah, she's getting cooked, man. She's getting cooked for wearing red to the wedding. But in my mind, when they wrote the contract and they sent it off, they would have said, don't wear red.
Don't wear red, yeah.
So I think it's just the people who's, and I don't talk like this usually, but it's not in the same tax bracket. I think it's like the everyday people of the community of the bride and groom.
Yeah.
They're complaining about it.
Yeah.
Because the bride and groom, they were happily holding a hand and dancing with her and stuff. They don't care. This is not you guys' problem.
They might have
people
told.
are
I think
up
she
in
looks so
arms about.
lovely.
Look what people are up in arms about.
Beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous outfit.
It's tradition, innit? You're not supposed to wear the same colour as the bride.
Yeah, man. I think they need to add it to the contract next time. If you don't want Kim coming to your wedding in red, put in the contract next time. But she looks stunning. I think it's amazing. But yeah, furthermore, anyway, the bride didn't wear red, so someone
She
did
didn't. Okay.
She wanted the outfit change. Or maybe that was the pre-party or something like that. But she looked good. But I like South Asian traditional clothing. I think it's just
Beautiful.
gorgeous. I like people's traditional clothing to be fair, actually. But yeah, man. So she wore red, and people are up in arms because apparently that is news. Like that's the thing. We're getting sleepless nights over. And then also in the streets of Love Island, fans of Shaq and Tanya are speculating that they may have broken up. So basically, this is because Brent, I did that last minute. But this is because so Shaq and Dami is the one who's with India, went. Okay, hold on, my bad. So Brent, you can take the trigger one now with the dummy being triggered. Thank you. And Lala says this is common knowledge to not wear red at an Indian wedding, so it's just disrespectful. I'll be honest, Lala, I didn't know that until I read this article
Neither
today.
did I.
It's not my culture.
I knew that.
You never will say sometimes something is common knowledge because of your proximity maybe to that culture or something.
But then if I were going to an Indian wedding, I would at least read up on the culture.
No, if you're paying me.
I would. That's just my nature. I'll take the money and I'll still read. I'll still do it though. Yeah.
If you're paying me, I can do whatever I want to do. You pay me to be at your wedding. You pay. I just want lips your man, but you pay me to be at your wedding.
Yeah, paying people to be at your wedding is crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And they have no purpose. They're not the MC. They're not the nothing.
Crazy. That's
they're
paying
just
guests.
paying to come be pretty at your wedding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. Sometimes common knowledge is honestly not common knowledge. Like I learned that.
If I knew you could be a celebrity and get paid to be, I would have pushed myself more to be a celebrity,
babes.
Just to get paid to be at someone's wedding.
Can you imagine? And you don't even do nothing. You just have
That's
to
what
sit
I
there,
mean.
eat the food,
you just
party,
literally the guest, and I'm getting, and then getting
Have a
paid
good
a whole
time.
heap of money. Then
And I'll probably tell you that you just got to be there minimum 2 hours.
yeah,
If you're having a great time, you be there longer because it's a night out.
get paid to be a guest.
Basically.
Man,
Yeah, I want to live that life.
wrong job.
That's a bit of me. But so Shaq went on a boys' holiday with Dami and some other people, some other friends and whatnot. So basically, I think they went to Miami or Atlanta as well, maybe. Blah 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 blah. So basically, the streets are saying that Dami posted a video of Shaq talking to a woman, and then someone must have messaged him saying, "Oh, take the video down, whatever." But they're saying it's a club promoter. Well, people don't know because Tanya's unfollowed. Because this is news. Tanya has unfollowed Shaq. They've unfollowed each other, and they've also hidden all their posts of each other. They've archived or deleted one of them. I always say archive. You never know if you're going to get back with the person, child. Then it's all you delete all that memory. But so they basically unfollowed each other. And she, at the time, also unfollowed Dami. Because sometimes you gotta get unfollowed by association. You know what I mean? If your friend ain't got sense, clearly you don't have sense to.
But would he have posted the video if he was really talking to somebody like that?
You know what? Because what if he was drunk? People have posted worse videos.
I guess.
People have accidentally posted their sex tapes, posted their nudes.
You know, some dudes are sassy, so he might have just been being shady for real.
You never know. You never know. But so that happened. But then also, so she's following Dami again. But then they still unfollowed each other, and they were meant to be on Love Island the other day. I'm not sure if it was yesterday. I haven't been following it. Love Island is not giving anymore. Like it's just, I feel like people have found the formula of how to pop on the show.
Yeah.
So it's nothing exciting. It's just it's basically seeing the same storylines over and the same movements over and over again, just with different people. Basically, it's silly.
I don't really watch Love Island. I kind of watch the clips on Twitter.
Yeah, if I see a funny,
Yeah.
Nah, even then the caption has to get me.
Yeah, I kind of watch the clips.
If not,
What seems to be happening this season is that before they had the black contestants, the black women, being ignored or dissed by the white guys because there weren't no black guys in there. They literally brought black guys in there
now the white guys
to
want
diss
them.
them now. No.
So now they're just getting dissed by their own. That's always fun.
That's what they. That's literally what they look like they've done now.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But what else happened? Yeah, so they're meant to be on Love Island After Sun yesterday. Like
And they
they've been
wasn't.
released and whatnot, that they were going to be the ones that are blah, 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 blah. But they weren't there. So people are saying what they're saying. But
Sounds like a
I hope it didn't
publicity-
cheat on it. Because
Sounds
they're very
like a
cute together.
publicity stunt. Really?
Say again?
Sounds like a publicity stunt.
Could be. It could be. I mean, also as well, sorry, I forgot to add, Shaq is posting Jesus quotes on his story. That's always a tell.
Okay.
Sorry, how could I forget? I forgot the most important part. That's always a tell.
Also, he did something there.
That's always a tell. He's out here. I don't know if Shaq usually. I don't follow either of them, but I don't know if he usually posts prayers. But it don't look like it because people are like, "Oh,
Lord.
he's talking about God." You know, when people turn to God, They need him. And I will read to you the prayer because you know I love God. So I'm going to read to you the prayer. This is a serious prayer of a man who is really, really deep in it. He says, the post says, God, you know that I need you. I'm sorry for all the times I pretended that I'm fine on my own. Please forgive me. Today, I come to you just as I am, and I give you all my anxieties, cares, and worries. Please replace worry with peace, anxiety with hope, and concern with confident trust. I know that I am safe with you, and you can handle all my problems. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, church, amen. And then in the caption, he says, Happy Monday, have a good week, and thank God no matter the circumstances.
Wow. That sounds, he sounds like
He's going through it.
This sounds like some Trump propaganda.
He's
That's sneaky.
going through it. And then Tanya was posted a picture looking bum as hell. You know, that's the woman's side. She's posted a picture looking nice. And then he reposted it and was like, wife, full stop. Excuse me. No, if you're blocked. Anyways, good luck to both. I think they're really cute together. I like them together. Obviously, after the Love Island stint, it was funny. Their situation on Love Island was funny. They're both interesting characters. So they're really sweet together. So I hope they can figure it out wherever the situation is. But as I say, all the best to all parties involved. That's what I have to offer. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about, breaking news. 4 members of, the Welsh First Minister, Vaughan Gething, they've resigned, man, and they're calling for him to resign. Oh. Yeah, they had a vote of confidence. Well, he lost a vote of confidence, and obviously they're saying that there's no need for you to still be here, innit? So you need to leave. There's a guy by the name of Mick Antoniou. He was the Counsel General. He literally just put out a tweet saying, with great sadness, I'm resigning as Counsel General from the Welsh Government. I must advise you that I do not believe you can continue as First Minister. Wales needs confident and stable government. I do not believe you are capable of delivering that. You've lost a vote of confidence in the Senate. This is something I regard as being a major constitutional importance. He said that Mr. Gething cannot command a majority and would be unable to enter into agreements with opposition members to pass a budget. So yeah, 4 of them have quit and they're telling them, yo, you need to leave, man. So we'll see what happens with that. First thing that I really want to mention was about Truth Social. So Trump's social media platform. Long story short, man, shares rocketed.
Of course they have.
Yep, the price has risen as much as 70% in the pre-market trading over the weekend before falling back down again, obviously, which always happens. Analysts are pretty much saying that the gains reflect bets that the shooting had improved his chance of winning the presidential election in November. So it's not really an expression of how people like his social media company and things of that nature, but more so people, kind of just betting on the fact that he's going to win. So that's basically that. Also, Royal Mail. So there's a buyer. He's a billionaire, obviously. His name is Daniel Kretinsky. He's a Czech gentleman. And basically, he's had his £3.6 billion offer for a Royal Mail accepted by the board. And basically, he's come out to basically say, where is it? That he's looking to keep the whole 6-day schedule. So you're going to get your mail no matter what happens every, whatever it is, basically. 6 days a week they're going to be working. And basically he's looking into profit sharing with employees. He's against the whole employee ownership of the Royal Mail, right? Despite the unions pushing for it in exchange for, their support. But he's like, I'm open to sharing profits with the employees. Like I said, the deal is valued at £3.6 billion. And so, yeah, man. So right now he just basically faces the challenge of convincing all the unions of the deal's benefits for the employees and things of that nature. So yeah, because obviously they want a different ownership model, which, like I said, involves the employees having part ownership and concessions like board representation, all that sort of stuff. But he's like, no, leave that stuff to me, right? Profits, we can share, we can talk about that. All the other stuff, no, not really. So yeah, that's that. Also, want to remind everybody, it's Prime Day. So if you guys have got Amazon You're not a fan of Mr. Bezos or Amazon? No?
I do use Amazon, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
It's very convenient.
Well, it's Prime Day, so if you do want to get something, today is pretty much the best day. Today and tomorrow. So it's going to be for 2 days. So obviously, loads of big deals for people out there. But obviously, be mindful though, because sometimes they inflate the prices and then bring it down. Make it seem like it's a big discount.
There's a website where you can track it if you want to check out.
Yeah. So bear that in mind, people. Also wanted to quickly mention that Tesco, they're looking to bring out like their whole Tesco's Finest thing.
Yeah.
They want to do that for like their wines, right? So there's a new variety of wines that they want to bring out. They want to put up like £1 billion into this to basically steal the customers away from Waitrose and Marks and Spencers. So I don't know if you guys are into all of that stuff. Tesco may be the place to go. Might get your same sort of quality, perhaps, for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But they're really serious about it. They're putting £1 billion into this. One of the guys, who is he? Ken Murphy. He's basically the CEO of Tesco. He basically said, "We genuinely believe that our intrinsic food qualities are every bit as good as anything that you can get from Sainsbury's and increasingly out of Waitrose." So they would have basically shown proof that. But there's a lot of fierce competition at the moment in that particular sector. But yeah, that's what they believe in. Also, everyone who's using Spotify, did you guys know that there is a cheaper plan? So Spotify discreetly introduced a cheaper plan recently, and basically it's called a basic plan, and it costs £1 to £2 less a month than the other subscriptions. Basically, you have to forgo audiobooks, but you're still going to get the ad-free listening and stuff like that in it. But do you listen to audiobooks?
Me? No, never. I don't pay for Spotify though, so.
Okay. Well, if you did, you could have downgraded to the basic plan and saved money.
I'd love to do that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's that. And the last thing I wanted to mention is the Welsh Government is considering restricting free refills of certain sugary soft drinks in restaurants. Mm-hmm. So they're obviously worried
I'm
about...
trying to think who has free refills.
Nando's, Five Guys, Pizza Hut, Popeyes.
IKEA?
Ooh. I think they do. They've got a station.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, that's what the Welsh Government's looking at doing. They're trying to encourage people to make healthier choices. And so, yeah, that may be something that will be removed from the policy of those companies that have that for their customers. So, yeah, but that's pretty much it, guys, for the People's Journal.
Okay, what do we do next?
The rotation.
Let's do some rotation.
Wonderful. Oh, I like that.
All right.
Your graphic.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Exciting every
All right.
time.
Let's distract ourselves from what's going on in this shit world with some music. Welcome to the rotation. Now, we have got a few albums to get through. Brent, please put up Zacari's picture for me, please.
Which one's that one?
Zacari Bliss. I named it. The one with the wolf and the light. There we go. Right. So, this is
This is
Zacari's...
wonderful.
Thank you.
Like this segment is really brings it to life. Wonderful.
Thank you. So we have Zacari's third album. He signed to TDE. For those who might not know him, he was the one that was singing the vocals for Kendrick Lamar's Love Song. I would sing it, but I can't sing.
You know I ain't got the voice.
This third album features James Fauntleroy, Ty Dolla $ign,
I like
Isaiah
him.
Rashad, Dolce, Blast, Beam, and Absol. 17 songs in total. You would think with a lineup like that, it would have banged, but I feel like Zacari hasn't found his legs yet. He's still relatively new. I speculate it's due to some complications with TDE, but it doesn't really hit it for me. Best track for me is Bliss, featuring Isaiah Rashad, but like I said, he's still new in the game. He said he hasn't dropped an album for a long time because he was watching the greats such as Kendrick, Schoolboy Q, Absol, those before him, but he hasn't found his lane quite yet. He tends to be quite choppy with the songs. There wasn't any cohesiveness. That's the way I found it. Did any of you lot get time to listen to it?
Yes.
What did you think?
Of Bliss?
Of Bliss, yes. Zacari.
Yeah, I think it might be a banger. Love his vocals on here. Whispers of the Weekend is what I put down.
Okay, that was a song that resonated with you.
Yeah.
Did it feature anyone? Let me find it. That song.
I don't think so.
Let me check. So you thought it was a banger?
Yes.
Cool.
These are my notes.
Okay. Where is it? The song. What was the song called again?
Bliss.
Bliss. Bliss was your song, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. That's
What
what
are
I
you
said.
talking about, no?
No, but I said which song was your favorite? I thought you mentioned a song, no?
I thought you were just talking about...
There's a song called Bliss on the
Yeah.
album.
I thought that's what you're doing, but you're actually talking about the album.
It's on the album. It's called
In
Bliss.
totality?
Yes.
All right. Then please just focus on what I said. The single is what I'm talking about. I haven't yet given my overall...
Okay, that's the question I asked you. So if we have more of a cohesive show, if when I ask you a question, you answer. Yeah? So when I say, how did you find the album? Alright,
I
cool.
apologize, Ramzi. Can you just shift to the right a bit?
The right. Here.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much.
Cool. All right.
Makes more sense.
Bliss, you liked.
He's
the
wanted to have something to say back to.
No, it's disgraceful how I'm putting up these graphics.
Disgraceful.
He's not even complimented it.
No, I like, yeah, thank you.
I've given him
Like
production value. He's just like, yeah, let's continue.
No, I like it. I'm trying to get on with the
He's doing
show.
the job that he's meant to be doing, bro.
God damn it.
I like it.
I love it. You finally met your match. It's
I was
wonderful.
up at 4 a.m. doing this.
I
Oh,
appreciate
Brent.
it. Thank you.
Where you
Yeah,
go?
give it to me. I'm gonna take every single
No, I
thing.
appreciate it. It looks live. I'm looking. So I'm saying, I'm assuming that when I give my rating, it's gonna pop up.
Try it. Go on.
Okay.
How many rotations do you want?
I give Zacari 1 rotation.
What?
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
Just-
one
Oh, that's
rotation.
lit.
Yeah, I see that shit. I like
How many
it.
rotations do you give
one.
Brent?
I give Brent's 5 out of 5 straight.
Okay, wonderful.
Thanks.
All right. So I give it 1 rotation for the album.
And obviously, what we can now see I have to do for next time is to have myself, you, Emmanuel, and Mags names at the bottom here so we can actually see who gives who what, because
I like that.
that one is mental.
Okay, cool.
What do you give it? Okay, wait, you're not there yet.
He hasn't,
Sorry,
he hasn't heard the album though. You said you haven't heard it. Have you heard it altogether?
I did all my homework.
No, he said he hasn't given you his review of the album.
Oh, sorry. Go on, Brent.
Oh, you did talk about listening.
That's
to
what you're a
people
snitch. Talking about you did your homework.
now. No, I was
And you know my
directly
homework.
talking to him. To
Also, I
be
peeped how you didn't mention my name when you talked about that. That's fine.
honest. Oh, God.
Don't add my name into it.
All right. I gave it 3.
Damn, 3.
I gave it 3. I can never give an album 1 unless it's absolute bollocks.
F.
And if I've got a few tracks here that I've commented on, it can't get a 1.
But do you go, all right, so that's one way to measure it, and I 100% appreciate that. I do it on would I revisit it again? So am I going to go back to this album? Probably never again.
You give a rating of an album 1 because you're not going to listen to it again?
I think it was a good shot. He tried his best, E for effort, but I ain't going back.
That's not how it works.
No, I think that's how it works. That's exactly why I would give an album 1 rotation. Because it's got no playback value that is dead.
So basically, 1 rotation is 2 out of 10. So you're
Okay.
going to give an album 2 out of 10 if you're not going to go back to it again?
Because it's so dead, I'm never going to go back to it. Yes.
Okay, say the dead part, right?
No, but he's dead. It
No.
was.
There are albums that you would listen to once for this and not go back to it again, right?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be 1, would it?
No, because the album was good.
No, you see? You see how it doesn't work? Applied with what he just said?
He just said what
No,
I
but I'm
just said.
saying what he's saying though.
Let's start again. There are people who you don't listen to, and you've said that.
Oh, yeah.
Drill, a whole set of drill.
Yeah.
And you listened it just for this.
Yes,
And you wouldn't go back to it again.
that's correct.
And it wouldn't be 1.
I would give it a 1. 'Cause I'm trying to listen to it without my
And
bias.
you see how it doesn't work?
No, but wait. Would you give it a 1 because it's not good, or would you give it a 1 because you're not going back to it? Because not going back to it cannot be the metric then.
That's what I'm telling you.
Because I thought you weren't going back to it because it's not good.
It's both. Both can be true. I agree with what Brent's saying. I can think of songs, it's all right, but I still won't revisit it again.
But then you wouldn't give it 1 because you think. So if an album is good, but you wouldn't go back to it because it's not an artist you listen to, would you give it more than 1 rotation?
No, I would. Yes, I would.
You answered
Yes,
too
I would.
quick. See
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm going to let people land their point.
Yes, I
Okay,
would.
fair.
If I'm listening to artists I don't usually listen to,
Yeah.
and I can see where they were going. Man,
can
I did that
appreciate the
actually.
good body
Yeah, I
work.
did that last time actually. He's chatting shit. I did that with I did that with the album, like a super poppy album. I think it was Kehlani.
Okay.
Kehlani's music isn't for me, but I can appreciate what
good
she's
work.
doing.
Okay,
so
fair.
yeah.
Is that
But
good, Brent?
He's giving it 3.
Did you get it?
I've given it 3.
Damn. Okay.
And what needs to happen is when it is that you don't give so much homework next time if Emmanuel and Marcus don't have the time. I will always make the time because obviously I want to engage, right? But I want a not a consensus, but to go around to
I-
see.
But like I said in the message, I said listen to whatever you lot want to listen to. There was in this week there was
Okay.
bare albums. I said whatever you lot feel like you want to listen to, we can have discourse or talk about it.
Oh, that's fine then.
I wasn't expecting. That's what I said in the message. I said whatever you lot want to listen to, we could talk about that.
I'm
I
not
listen
saying
to
this
Rema.
on you. I'm not saying this on you.
I know.
I'm just saying
I hope
that
you would.
when this is a bit more, everybody would participate so that there is a panel and one could see who's hating and one could see who isn't.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm down. And
Yeah.
I'm super down for that. And I'm waiting for that because I feel like a lot of shit's been put on me to listen to shit I don't listen to. So,
I'll be honest with you. When you sent your message, that's exactly how I felt. And I said,
yeah,
I already do work on the road.
trust me. Trust me. I'm listening to bare albums I listen to. Next,
If it's Afrobeats one, you got me.
I was
If it's
I'm
J. Cole,
happy.
you got me.
I'm happy you heard the Rema one.
If it's the girls, you got me.
Oh,
Anybody
shit.
else?
I need you to get me for the girl shit. God
Was there a
forbid
girl in
Sexy
there?
Red drops that album. Please,
Oh
God.
no, that's Gina.
I don't listen to that
That's
shit.
Gina. That's not me.
Next one, please, Brent. If you could put up Action Bronson's.
Yeah, let me just give the notes I made here. So Girl Next Door is nice. Truth is, love the beat switch. Bliss, I think it might just be a banger. Love his vocals on here. Whispers of the Weekend. Believe, nice. FOMO, love the texture of this song. Give You Up, another song that could sit nicely in a 90s classic love movie. These are my notes for Bliss.
What's the 90s classic one?
Give You Up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. And which one's next?
Action Bronson, please.
Action Bronson. All right.
Right, so we have Action Bronson's, bear with me, his 7th album, Johann Sebastian Baklava the Doctor, featuring, he might shake his head, featuring Larry June, Alk, Mayhem Loren, Julian Love, and Young Mexico. I mean, it's 11 songs long. It is exactly what you would expect from a Action Bronson album. Heavy beats, random lyrics, random references, random similes. It's exactly the lane that Action Bronson's put himself in. It's not necessarily serious rap, but for me, the biggest takeaway from this album is the beats. But no one really listens to Action Bronson to get bars. He's not conceptual either. It's literally just verbal diarrhea, just on really good beats. Standout track to me was Compressor featuring Larry June. What did you think, Brent?
I think this is absolute bollocks. I gave it a 2 because he rapped on the beats on most of the tracks. So he just turned up, right? That's why I give it a 2. I said I can't give anything a 1.
Pretty
Well,
generous.
yeah, I was thinking
It's generous.
these are absolute bullocks and give it 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolute rubbish.
What could
right?
ever get your 1
But
from
I
you?
have 2
Yeah, it's a
songs
good
here that
question.
I've put down that I would say is nice.
Tell me.
Compressor
Okay.
and Shadow Realm.
Okay, cool. I give it 1.
Cool. That is fair.
What would ever make you give it something a 1, Brent? Because I think saying absolute bollocks and 2 in the same sentence is wild. Absolute bollocks.
The thing is, if you listen to this,
You make me
would-
feel super strict as well. You make me
That's fine,
think
that's
I'm
fine, that's
bugging.
If you listen to
Happy
this,
to do that.
you would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
Like the music's playing,
yeah,
and he just comes and he says, blah, 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 blah.
he just froze up.
He does.
"There's no enjoyment whatsoever." I'm hearing it.
He's funny though. He does say funny shit.
No, but that's fair. I'm not disputing the absolute bollocks. But you said absolute
You're
bollocks
asking
and then
what would I
said
give
give
a
it
1?
2. Why you give it 2?
You, that's fine
Got me
because
questioned.
I have 2 tracks on there that I think is nice, and the beats are nice. Some of them, so I can't give it a 1.
What will make you give something a 1?
All right, if the beats are rubbish, the music's rubbish, there's no concept to the album, the project.
Okay.
If the project is 3 tracks long, right, and we've waited 25 years for the thing,
Okay, fine.
and that's
That never
why I'd
happens
make it a
though.
1.
That never happens. Your
So you're never
your
giving
third
no
preference.
1. That's-
Okay, that's interesting. All right, cool. All right,
Fair.
next one, please. If you could put Bashy's "It's Expensive Being Broke."
Okay.
All right. So we have Bashy's 2nd album, if you count Chopper Chops as a mixtape. It features Scraps, I think I'm saying this right, Haley and Roses Gabor. It's 11 tracks long.
Big up Roses Gabor, man. I've not heard nothing from her for years.
I love her.
Big her up, man.
It's a lot of childhood anecdotes from Windrush, a lot of black empowerment with sprinkle some flexing bars. My favorite tracks on the album are the ones where he's speaking about his family. So, bar Midnight in Balance, which is one of my favorite tracks. How Black Men Lose Their Smile and Made in Britain, I really, 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 really liked. And you can tell that he poured his heart out into it. Definitely speaking on the anecdotes of his grandfather, his grandmum, himself, growing up in Kensal. Yeah. Midnight in Balance is another one of my favorites. So actually the last track of the album. And I really, really liked it. My critique of the album is I find the beats were rough around the edges. He had random samples in there. So he had Soul to Soul. And Midnight in Balance, it starts off with the Soul to Soul sample. However do you want it? However, and then it cuts, and then it goes into a beat, and then it cuts again, and it drops into a third beat, and then kind of goes into the song. I just feel like it was, I don't get it. It might be a miss to me. If someone can explain it, I'll appreciate it. But I think in total, given that it's been a while since he's rapped, I think I'll give this 2 out of 5 rotations.
2.
Strict, Ramzi.
Yeah.
You are
To
strict.
me, I feel like I said,
Because I had too much black stuff in it.
this guy's dumb. my favorite rapper is Kendrick Lamar, and that's what you're gonna say.
American.
It's an American. What are you gonna say about that?
Yeah, no, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's either 2, 2.5, maybe, but it's.
Don't be pressured,
I
don't be
needed
pressured.
a lot more of anecdotes. I needed a lot more of him spitting about the stuff that he grew up with, as opposed to kind of flicking stuff here and there. Because I feel like he said a lot of anecdotes of himself, but I feel like it wasn't from a vulnerable place. I feel like he said that he almost got robbed by a guy, but that guy ultimately died, and he said he didn't really feel bad for him because he kind of knew the person he was. And I get what he was trying to say. I just feel like coming from Bashy, and I feel like we need to see another side to him. And I feel like this album could have been that. I feel like we could have seen a lot more vulnerability. That's just me. And I feel like the beats really, really let him down. I couldn't see anything cohesive with it. But I still love the tracks where there was an objective in mind. The tracks, like I said.
And those tracks weren't enough to at least bump up to a 3.
There weren't enough of them. So How Black Men Lose Their Smile is powerful.
Yeah.
He speaks about just growing up, him being happy, and then him consistently told, like, I think one of the bars, forgive me if I'm messing it up, but one of the bars is being consistently told that black men never built the pyramids. He says that in school, and he said that's how black men lose their smile. And then when he kind of goes on the track, that's him growing up. Like, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of thought going into that track. Made in Britain as well starts with, I believe that's the track that starts with his grandma talking how she wants the best for her family, and then he brings up the fact how she came here, it was cold, she thought the roads were paved in gold, and they weren't. And it's just those tracks I feel like would resonate a lot more. But unfortunately, I feel like it's not, the whole album isn't that. Okay. But yeah, Brent.
All right. So, I thought this was very special. The London Borough of Brent, like it. Sweet Boys Turned Sour, A Walk Down Memory Lane. Classic Bashy, love it. Being Poor is Expensive, nice track. Blessed, love the beat for this, and each artist rides this very well. Made in Britain, love this as the focus is on that Windrush generation, that West Indian to UK story. How Black Men Lose Their Smile, love the message. Sticky, nasty, love the way they mixed it too. I gave this a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I gave this a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, but you also gave the one he thought was absolute bollocks too.
What? What did you say?
I said you gave the one that you thought was absolutely bollocks too.
Yes.
So, just do it that way you want.
Right. Next album is I can't know how to say. I don't know how to. Am I saying this wrong? Rema's next album, please, Brent. Is it Heist? Heist? He's?
He is?
He is?
I'm reading it as he is.
Okay, but we're just in one word.
Maybe some abbreviation
Heist.
or something.
Right. So we have Rema, his sophomore album features Shally Poppy, Odu Modu Black.
Odu Black. Love it.
It's 11 tracks long. My first listen to this, I was like, this seems quite dark. I got like a lot of gothy vibes from the album. And it was weird. I'm not a huge Rema listener, but I feel like a lot of the other songs are kind of happy, positive, but I feel like he was going for something different. My favourite song is Benin Boys with Charlie Poppy. I think that track's quite hard. A lot of the album for me, have you heard it, right, Esther?
I've heard it.
So I don't know if you know much about, you don't know much about Playboi Carti, right?
No, I just know he's an artist.
Right. So this whole album to me was screaming Playboi Carti.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Like when he tries to, has Rema ever deepened his voice before?
No, because Rema's voice is what puts me off his music. So I was very shocked when I heard one of the tracks.
Quite high pitch, right?
Yeah.
Like quite, like almost.
Like an
Yeah.
annoying,
But on one of the tracks, it's like,
yeah, and I was like, okay.
That's Carti.
Because I actually checked if there was a feature on the album.
No, it's him. That's Carti. Carti's known for doing the whole deep voice kind of, and I feel like he was embodying. And even, have you seen the videos for it?
No.
I watched the videos for it, and as in he's dropped like visuals for the album.
Sick.
I think the track, he's just wearing all black. It's all leather. He's smoking, but he's not really smoking because he's not inhaling it. It's all just like a persona. I find it really cringy. I don't think Rema needs to do that. His backup dancers were the worst. If your clique can't bop to your song, don't have him in the song. There was one girl in the video that completely put me off the whole song.
Are you sure it wasn't a dance move that you're not familiar with?
Huh?
Maybe it's a dance move you're not familiar
No,
with.
watch the video. One of his girldom in the back, just absolutely bodying it. If my entourage isn't bopping to my song, don't get in my video. Don't do it.
Oh, so it wasn't like a choreography. It was
No, it was like his people then.
everyone. Oh, okay,
Like
fair.
in the back, like bopping to his
fair.
music. But yeah, Hey is an absolutely awful track. It shouldn't have been. I get the thing he was trying to do. I don't know if how old is Rema?
He's
quite
young,
right?
I think that's at 23.
I think he's going for the whole phase of, the whole Disney Channel thing. You know, when they're trying to grow out of being Disney and they kind of come
24.
out and do, he comes out and do something different. I think he's trying to find himself still.
I thought the same.
I would give the album a 1 out of 5. I don't think he's in this new sound, this dark kind of Afro. It just doesn't fit for me.
I give it a 1 as well. I don't really like Rema. You know, that's just the honest truth about it. I don't really take to his sound. And I think that, so with a lot of Afrobeat artists, like I love Afrobeats very, very much. But I find that sometimes when people blow up on a particular song or whatever, it's almost as if they spend their career just replicating it. So with Rema, like if you play me a beat, if you play me a song before Rema speaks, I can tell you that that's Rema, because it always sounds the same to me.
Really?
Yeah, because even yesterday when Brent was listening to it, one of them, I think it's the first track on it, I had to skip, it was noise. I had to get up and turn it off, it was a lot. But one of them, Brent was saying to me, okay, listen to this one. And like before it started, I can't remember what song it was, but the way it started, I knew how the beat was going to drop. And I knew when the beat dropped, what the beat was going to sound like. And when it dropped, guess what? It was exactly as I thought it would. I like when Rema has features, not like Selena Gomez. I mean like Charlie Poppy. I like Benin Boys. I mean, that he actually released as a single time ago. So that's been on my playlist for a while now, a few weeks now. And I like the one with Odumidi Black as well. I like Odumidi Black.
March AM you're talking about. March
Yeah.
That track is so bad.
March It's like, basically it's Pigeon for Step on it.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's noise, actual noise.
Yeah.
So I like Rema when he's with other artists because it's not just a Rema sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
It's like they bring their sound. So Benin Boys, that's why I like Benin Boys, because it's got Charlie Poppy's sound.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Do you get what I mean? And Odumidi Black, because he sounds different to what Rema does. It's like his music, when it features somebody else, caters to that person's sound.
Okay.
That's what makes it palatable for me. But I didn't like the album. I give it 100% a 1. Yeah, I'll give it a 1. I was gonna say half is harsh.
Yeah.
1. I'll give it a 1. It's not something I'm not gonna go back to it. I think maybe if I listen to certain songs, I feel like here's my truth. Week of truth. I feel like certain Afrobeat artists are getting lazy. I feel like they find something just works for them and they just feel as though they don't have to make much of an effort. And sometimes you got really good beats and it's like you just saying nothing on the track. Like some of them, the beats are sick, but you're doing nothing. You're just making noise. Like the hair one. like that was a good beat. You could have done something on this, but you don't feel like you can be bothered. You just can't bother to do anything. And I think because sometimes they grow fans where they know that whatever they, because I was looking at the tweets and stuff like that. They're loving it because those are his fans. So sometimes like they know, you know, when you just know your fan base is gonna love whatever you do. So it almost feels as though you're not really trying. But big up Rema. I'm proud of his career and how he sold at the O2 earlier this year. I think I spoke about Word and Road. So his career is amazing and it's signed to Maven. Maven didn't play by the artist, but it's not for me. Like this was not the album that was gonna make me start listening to Rema.
It's not a reflection on him. I feel like if he's done something different, it hasn't worked. And I see a lot of people not liking it because he's quote unquote showing devilish stuff. That's not the problem with me.
Yeah, even with that as well. Sometimes things people are saying is devilish. It's his culture. He's from Benin. So when he had his concert at the O2, they had I can't remember what animal it was. Crap. Was it bats? Yeah, they had bats up there.
Bats,
yeah, it was something like that. And it was a massive one. And basically people went online talking about, this is so devilish. Why is that when you don't get money, you da-da-da-da. And a lot of people were like, no, you guys are uncultured. This is actually the Benin culture. This is something this represents this. Like there was a reason for every single thing that was on the stage with him. So it's not necessarily like it's dark. Some of it might represent his culture.
I like that. I don't know that.
But for me, I don't think this is Rema's new sound, you know. It's how Rema's always sounded to me.
No, that
one is different. Yeah, that one, I don't know what happened. I honestly, I had to look. I thought, who's the feature on this? Like, who's this? But for me, this just sounds like Rema, and he just doesn't. I just don't have a taste for Rema.
I really like Rema. I really. Him and Don Toliver, that track is amazing. I know it's a bait one, but I want to hear more of Rema, but I want to hear more of him. I don't want to hear any more of. At least not for now. Do something, or maybe have a couple experimental songs. There's nothing wrong with that, but. Just be you, and you don't smoke cigarettes. Please stop.
But he kind of was put in a box, to be fair, because when his whole song, I can't remember what song it was that he blew up on, but then he had the whole calm down situation, and then like it was so sick that there was like Selena Gomez was on there, and then that took him like worldwide. So it's like I feel like he kind of has to. He's been kind of put in a box. It's basically. So I feel like he has to. And he's at the age where he has to make his own, be his own person essentially. So I get it. I mean, but yeah, it's in my favour.
Yeah, Brent, what were you saying?
All right. So, the production on this album is stupid. Like, stupid.
Okay.
Stupid good or?
Nah, really good.
Very good.
Okay.
Very, very satisfying. The orchestral focus with the controlled chaos that is Afro-rave is very, very satisfying.
Did you write that in the chat?
No, this is all me. Tracks are like March AM.
It's Macham.
Macham.
Exactly.
As a man, I'm just going in list. It was just a play for me.
I know.
No skips.
No skips.
Yayo.
Yeah.
Whew. Nice summer tune. Benin Boys.
Benin. Here we go.
Lord, they did well on this one. He is the.
Brent, are you listening to all the tracks?
I'm telling you what's like. This was a straight.
I know all of them.
It was a straight play. No skips. No skips. He is the composition of the track is splendid. I need to see if they shoot the video in Egypt.
Do you know Rema?
What?
Do you know him?
No.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
This is the first time I've actually taken him in. You know.
Do you know what? Can I say as well?
And Afro-Rave is now my gym song. What?
Pause.
I'm a grown man.
So I'm mature.
Yeah.
Mature. Do you know what it is about Rema's song as well, yeah? Because when you were telling me you liked it, yeah, I hope you don't take offense to this. But Rema's... Why are you guys laughing? I haven't said anything yet.
He is the...
no, let her finish.
As it pertains to Afrobeat?
No, he's not. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear. I didn't understand what you meant. But Rema gives me... Okay, you see... Okay, wait. You see, like, if you haven't been exposed to the African people, African music, African culture, whatever... You see the stereotype you'd have of like what African music sounds like.
It's Rema.
That's what this album gave me.
Yes, that's
like it's very like
palatable.
African. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just very like drums and dun 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 dun. You know when like
it's got drums.
Yeah, like it's just
now the instrumentation.
Yeah,
you can't say that. It was masterful. It was masterful to suggest as though this was just a Play-Doh type of thing.
Masterful.
Yeah, but also but this is your first time.
Listening to Rema.
But also though, respectfully,
you don't know shit.
No,
I don't mind you saying that. I don't listen to much of
not that he's
Afrobeats anyway.
but that's the thing. Like Afrobeats is my vibe. Like
Cool.
I grew up listening to Afrobeats.
Cool.
So when I listen to stuff like this is just
This is basic for you.
not that it's basic. It's just
Palatable.
You said you don't like
it's
his
just
voice.
not giving. I don't like his voice anyway.
All right.
But I feel like
But
even
I like
with
his voice.
okay, do you know what? Carry on. You're very dispensing. Carry on. That's fine. Carry on.
Wait. You said you don't like his voice.
Yes,
I said I like his voice.
that's good.
I'm reading through my.
I'm very happy for you.
I was completely quiet.
That's wonderful. That's great. Carry on. I knew I need to leave anyway, but carry on.
All right. So Ozeba, mental. Ozeba. What happened?
No, go
Iman
on.
just said that to
I'm
me.
talking to.
Ozeba, banger.
Okay.
War Machine, very interesting. I think I love it. The sample in the beginning and then the switch has to be respected.
Okay.
A gun. Did I say it properly? A gun.
No, you didn't
How do you say it? Egungun. I have this here. I haven't put a note next to it, so I think I just liked it.
Sorry.
Villain. The detail in the production is special. This track is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Villain.
Cool.
And Now I Know. I think that's the last track.
Okay.
And it was a nice finisher. I have given this
5.
I've given this a solid 4, but I've said also that this might be 4.5 next week.
Get out of it.
He's shaking his head.
4.5.
This might be 4.5 next week.
No. No. Brent, we have to limit your contribution when it comes to
Dim your
Afrobeat.
contribution.
4.5, Brent.
Did you listen to it?
Yes.
What'd you give it? A 1.
No, I gave it. In fact, let me go through the
Yes,
light because
I was
actually went
expecting
through
a
it.
5, to be honest.
Yeah, word. Masterful.
Yeah, I was expecting a 5.
Wait. I said this is a
said
solid
masterful.
4. This might be a
4.5.
4.5 next week.
Masterful.
Do you understand
Top tier
what that
replay.
means? Do you understand how
skips.
close to 5 that is?
No skips. Masterful.
I was expecting a
Alright, man.
5.
No, I respect obviously your opinion on that, but I just expected more. Same as Marianne. Marianne said you were gonna give it 5.
Wait. Maya, do you understand if it is I've described it the way I've described it?
Yeah.
For me to give it a solid 4 and it might be 4.5 next week. Ashake, I'll give it a 5. And that was on first listen.
Okay.
That was on first listen. With this first listen, that's not a 5.
Okay.
It's a solid
But
4.
let Iman go. I really want to hear Iman.
Most I'm giving this is a 3. I did like. Actually, you can see my likes there, innit?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, this is decent. This is good enough. But there is no real desire to go back to listen to this again.
But you got likes, so you are going back.
Maybe I need to remove the likes then. Only because in the moment, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking,
I
okay,
see.
cool,
Okay,
yeah, compared to
okay.
the others, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, 3. I'll give it a 3. Solid effort. He went in there, tried something new, tried to be creative, did his thing on it. But I just don't think this is something that's really gonna, you know what I mean?
Resonate with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah, definitely not.
Cool. All right.
To be honest, you giving it a 3 is not a bad shout. Why
Nah.
At best,
Why were
at
you
best.
moving as though what I was saying, giving it a 4 is mad? And then you were saying, let Iman speak. Give it 3.
No, I
because
didn't know.
four-
I really want to hear his output.
Yeah, that's at best.
You know 6 out of 10, right?
Yeah, that's best.
That's his.
More, yeah, that's just
That's
best.
his bar.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
I can't ever see this being better than a 3.
I think it's
And because
generous.
it's out of 5, I'm seeing it as okay, cool, average. That's basically I'm seeing it. Average. 3 out
What,
of
3
5.
out of 5 is average?
That's how I'm seeing it.
Okay.
know what I
All right.
mean?
I think 2 would be maybe 2.5
It's
would be
2.5.
average. Yeah, it'd be
It's
average.
2.5.
All right. Please, Brent put up Eminem's Coup de la Grâce. Okay. All right.
Eminem's got a new album.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right. let's go through this. All right. So his 12th album, 19 songs. Featuring Big Sean, Babytron, Jelly Roll, White Gold, Sly Piper, Pause, Skylar Grey, Dem Joints, Easy Meal, and Jid. Now, listen to this album. You don't know how I feel about Eminem already. Yeah? I gave this album a good listen, and it is a concept album. It's basically him exploring or killing his persona, Slim Shady. and by the end or by the middle of the album, he kills Slim Shady, and then it kind of goes into him being a lot more of Eminem. And by the end, he has a lot more retrospective songs in which he talks about his daughter, his past drug use, and basically blames Slim Shady or his fans for wanting Slim Shady on him using drugs. So it almost killed him. And he speaks, I think, on the last track as the perspective of him losing his life due to doing that and what it meant for his family. Those songs from Eminem, I don't mind listening to. My favorite track, if I had to pick a favorite track, is still Toby with Big Sean and Babytron. Now, all the pleasantries out the way. Oh, sorry. Jid killed his verse. Jid
Waiting for you to say
killed
that.
his verse. It was nuts. Now, all the pleasantries out the way. P.U. This album stunk. I couldn't stand it. He was just saying offensive stuff to be cancelled, as if he's gonna get cancelled. Yeah. He wants to make fun of woke culture so much that in songs he made fun of his mum, short people, disabled people, deaf people, blind people, trans people, and referenced Christopher Reeves, God rest his soul, was I think one of the first men to play Superman. Yeah, lovely
Superman,
man. He got hurt because he fell off a horse and he was disabled as a result of it.
Broke his back.
Yeah, broke his back. So that's funny, right? And also Caitlyn Jenner. It was the cringiest shit I've heard. It's more of Eminem being Eminem. I think as a grown man, I don't even know how old he is. As a grown man, still talking about woke culture and trying to get cancelled is so cringe. I can't even fathom it to you. This album was a piece of shit. I give it. Can I give no rotations?
Eminem's 51.
Yeah, 51 talking about woke cultures and trans people.
He's got a fan base that want that music.
Still. To this day.
Because he's still like what I said about him is still stands. He can rhyme words amazingly. People just want to hear words rhyming and hearing all these syllables and all that nonsense. Cool. Eminem's the best for that. But if you want to hear some real music, he ain't that. So if I can give him, can I give a 0 or should I give a half?
I don't have an image for half. It starts with 1.
All right, then 0.
All right,
I give it 0.
Damn.
Even though you've got songs that you like.
No, I don't like him. That was me trying to keep my Eminem hate bottled in. While listening to the album.
So what?
So your hate is literally bled into your decision.
None of that is audible. Like sonically, I can't.
What, the
hear
retrospective ones that you said that?
I'm not that shit. It was like, no.
Why do you hate
get what he's trying to
Eminem,
do
though?
because he's not a good rapper.
He's not a good rapper.
He's not a good rapper. He's not a good song maker. He doesn't make songs for anyone. He hasn't said anything of substance for the past 10
But a
years.
battle rapper, he wasn't good.
Battle rapper.
Yeah.
No, if we're talking Marshall Mathers LP,
Yeah.
cool. That's still amazing.
Okay.
But from Encore going onwards, he needs to stop.
Okay. Fair enough.
Relapse, Kamikaze, Eminem Show, all that it's awful. No one wants to hear that.
Yeah,
And
okay, fair
I
enough.
think people are starting to wake up now because the amount of memes I've seen about this album is insane. It was stinky. It was awful. What did you guys think?
I never finished it. I think I stopped at Jid's track. I 100% agree with you. I look at Jid differently.
Oh, what, you didn't like him before?
And I didn't really give him the time in it.
Oh, okay, that's a shame. You should.
Yeah, but the guy can rap, man. The guy can rap. Really impressed with his performance. But yeah, besides that, it's just Eminem making a lot of noise and just rapping words together. But again, it's not for me though. It's for people like Eminem. It's people that like that sort of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they would like it.
Who's they?
Eminem's people.
Because he as much as he wants to take the piss out of woke culture, he's still quite. I think he likes to think of himself as still quite liberal.
Okay.
So he still doesn't stand with Trump. He still doesn't. You know what I mean? He's still. I think he doesn't like the fans that he's.
He's twerking on the fence.
No, I think he's actually just literally on the left. Because he can't stand Donald Trump. He doesn't like the far right. He said, if you're racist, you're listening to me. Like, go away. I don't want you to listen to my music.
He's on the left.
But it's
I would say it's
While
more than the right.
basically insulting the LGBTQ plus.
That doesn't make just because he doesn't agree with people's sexual orientation doesn't mean he's not on the left. He can still have left ideology.
Just as opposed to racism then. Because
What do
that's
you mean?
all he really kind of focuses on that you're talking about.
I would say he was on
Because
left,
he calls out Candace Owens twice on this album.
yeah, he does.
And he says that she ain't really black.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a fool.
So I don't like hearing stuff like that. Man.
Okay, I didn't hear that in the track.
Yeah, I know. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, either
doing too
regardless.
It's the same thing Black People's Savior Biden said the other as well, isn't it?
Yeah, if you ain't voting for me, you ain't
What
black.
type of nonsense is this?
Oh, cool. Yeah, come on.
But it's clear to see he's out of touch. It's clear to see he doesn't know what people want to listen to. If he had to release something, I just want him to talk about his current life. I want him to talk about what he's going through, the fact that he can't step outside. It costs him millions to step outside. I'd like him to talk about what he's been through, raising the daughters, like all that shit, just without
That's what Nas
just
does.
without anything, just without all the cringy gimmicks. I don't want none of that. Please just tell me about your life and how it is. I don't know, like a 444 version, innit? Eminem's 444, something like that. But yeah,
I hear you.
Brent, what did you think?
I liked Fuel, Guilty Conscience 2, and Temporary is the best track.
Is Dr. Dre on the album?
Guilty Conscience 2 isn't even produced by Dr. Dre. Can you believe it?
I don't think I got that far, you know.
Yeah, Temporary is the best track. And mainly because of the hook, the singer.
Skylar Grey.
Oh, speaking of Skylar Grey, he's the only reason her lights are on in her house. Ain't no one brought up Skylar Grey in years, decades. I have no idea this woman exists until I'm reminded by Eminem. I don't even know who Skylar Grey is. He's doing and Jelly Roll. I don't know who Jelly Roll is. And so now we're speaking of features. D12's Bazaar was at the end of one track. Yeah, it was awful. It was horrible. Again, he just said more stuff, like more just really offensive stuff. But yeah, no.
I gave this 2.5, 3. Yep.
Okay. All right. Eman, were you rating it?
He hasn't finished.
Yeah, I didn't finish it, man.
Oh, you didn't finish
At
it?
this rate,
Okay.
we're in the one category.
Okay, cool. Cool. Oh,
You gave it nothing.
If I can give
Yeah,
it
you
nothing, I
nothing.
give it nothing.
You know what? You know what? One. I'll say 1.5. I'll say 1.5, 2 max. Because as much as we want to criticize him, it takes skill to rap and do the word play and the rhyme patterns and the intricate rhyme schemes that Eminem does. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone can do it. That's just the reality. Even though he's talking nonsense, not everyone can do it. And I feel like a lot of what he's doing is because he just wants to be I don't know, he's creating a certain type of music for a certain type of people. It's not because he's crap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he is. I just think he just enjoys making music like this. Because, yeah, like he doesn't need to rap. He's got the money in the world to just live and not rap. It's just fun. It's a hobby.
He's destroying his legacy.
I don't think so.
I think he
This
is.
isn't this his legacy though? This is the type of music he always makes.
It wasn't. Not with Marshall Mathers.
No,
He was
not
known
the
as that battle
first.
rapper.
Funny enough, I agree.
This is his
Because
legacy.
I actually, when I stopped listening to this, I went back to D12 album and I thought, let me listen to this guy.
Yeah, D12's album was atrocious. It was atrocious.
And he rapped, the thing, he spoke about the same sort of stuff, but he just rapped differently.
Yeah.
Slightly differently.
They're saying I'm fucking up my legacy. What did he say? What's that word? They say I'm fucking up my reputation. Something that's nonsense. Like a shepherd fucking his sheep. Fuck what you heard.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh my days. Now you're trolling me. Now you're trolling me.
Oh my God.
You're trolling me. You're trolling me.
I ain't never heard Kendrick say that.
No one wants to listen to Eminem. He needs to stop.
I guarantee you Kendrick does, though. Kendrick's a fan of this man.
What does that mean for me?
I'm just saying that, like, at least the skill level of Eminem is there. Innit?
But that's where it
He just
starts
talks nonsense.
and ultimately stops.
Yeah, I agree. That I'm only giving a reason why I've given it a 1.5.
So, all right, by your logic, if
Yeah.
we grab Jasmine Sullivan, yeah,
Yes.
one of the greatest voices we have at the moment, yeah,
Okay.
she can sing.
Yep.
If she went on an album and literally just scattered all 11 tracks, just scatting, yeah, but with her beautiful voice, would you still rate it at 1.5? That's nonsense. Just her hitting mad syllables.
No, but I don't think it's that. If she's talking about stuff I don't care about, if she's just talking about doing the laundry, if she's talking about going to Tesco's and just other frivolous things, cool. I don't care about the subject matter. But the singing, the ability, you know what I'm saying? And maybe even the music, if the music is good, I have to be like, okay, cool, this is a conceptual album and she's done it like this on purpose for those people who like that.
But it's sonically pleasing to your ear.
Yeah.
But Eminem shit isn't sonically. So you're literally just saying he's a good rapper, but sonically.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I said
So it should be lower.
It's the skill level. No, because the rappers who can't do this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm basically saying
But
like
Tech 9 could do that.
Is Tech 9's music like something that you want to listen to?
No, same Eminem shit I don't want to listen to.
But would you give Tech 9 album a 0?
You're saying lyrically. I'm saying Tech 9 arguably could give M a run for his money. Because it's all that it doesn't mean nothing, but it's all rhyming words.
I get what you're saying. I'm just
Ability-wise,
talking
Tech
about
9's
the
probably up
ability.
there with him.
What you mean of all time, like sort of ability? Or you just mean right now, today?
I think right now. Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's ain't that. Next album, please.
We need to be wrapped up in 15, you know.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Common and Pete Rock.
Right.
We have Common and Pete Rock. I'll try and keep this nice and sweet. Auditorium Volume 1 features Jennifer Hudson. Posthumous.
Oh, yeah.
Posthumous,
Big up
Bilal,
Posthumous.
and PJ. 15 songs long. Now, this song's very, very jazzy. Obviously, with Pete Rock on there, you're going to have smooth beats. It's a smooth listen all the way through. But I would have to say my favourite track is Still Dreaming, which is one of the first songs they teased.
That's the first track, right?
First track.
Yeah.
I feel like that song is my favourite. If I had to give my worst track, it would be the one with Jennifer Hudson. She absolutely murdered the song.
Oh.
And it turns out Common is dating her. So I think there's some sort of nepotism.
Yeah, they are.
But she didn't deserve to be on the track. All in all, I'd give this album 2.5 for now. I think it will grow on me, but I think 2.5 at the moment, maybe 3.
Okay.
Brent.
I liked Dreaming. This man, I think there is no excuse for him rhyming infinity with gently. I think
I'm glad you picked that up, bro.
I think I sent the clip to myself, so you know what I'm talking about.
And why are you looking for that? This is precisely why.
Like water raps and chocolate supported that on stage. My daughter rap, she was an infant. Now
I've just said that I'm playing something.
she see infinity. Like water raps and chocolate supported that on stage. My daughter rap, she was an infant. Now she see infinity. I'm a gentleman, I let them down gently. Good energy around.
That is wild.
Like water rap.
What is that deep?
That is wild to me. Gently.
It didn't even sound that bad now.
It didn't sound bad because he made it not sound bad because of his voice.
Most rappers do
No,
that. though.
yeah, exactly.
Kanye West has done that hella times.
That's nice. Sorry, what word is gently?
I don't know.
That's not the word. He's
The
making
camera's still on me. by the way.
What does that mean? People make up words all the time.
Gently.
I can't mark you down.
Sorry,
This is
wait.
about
Are you
grammar.
looking for gently?
Yeah. Because I can see it in my head.
I know gently.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Is it? I just thought that he stretched that
Yeah.
to
you
rhyme
do.
it.
Would. That's what
Yeah.
some
And I don't
rappers
think
do.
that's acceptable for a man of his caliber.
Cool.
These are my notes. This is what.
I
Like,
don't know why you
peeved
keep
me.
on saying that. I still disagree with your notes, bro.
I've just said these are my notes to basically say the same thing you've just said.
Cool.
Do you understand? God damn it. All right.
Anything else?
Yes. Where am
Eman, have you heard it while Brent's looking?
Yeah, I wanted to enjoy it, but it sounds dated. Common sounds.
You think Common sounds it?
Common sounds
I? Found it.
old.
Okay. Go on.
And you know LL Cool J's back too. I'm guessing you haven't seen that track.
I didn't hear what you said.
LL Cool J.
Oh, no, not yet.
All right.
I had too much to listen to.
We're on our way, or we're on our way. Beautiful.
Okay.
Wise Up, Old School, Stellar, proper old school. Everything's so grand. Beat is so satisfying. Now and Then, beautiful. And I gave this a 3 and possibly 3.5 next week.
Okay. All right. Man, it's funny you said Commons thing that sound dated. Do you know what sound dated to me? The beats.
The beats.
I felt like the beats, the drums were so weak, and I
Yeah.
needed more. I tried to listen to it without thinking of B.
Yeah.
I tried it. I tried to, but I just felt like the beats, as smooth as they were fucking crystal.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't have. It was lackluster in drums.
I know exactly what you mean. But I feel as though a different rapper would have made it less noticeable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And to me, Common just didn't sound. It sounded like, you know what? I'm in the same town as Pete Rock this weekend. We've been saying we're gonna work together. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? We've been saying we're gonna work together. Let's bang something out for the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it didn't seem like this was something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't like the Nas and
Primo.
Yeah. No. Nas and Hit Boy.
Hit Boy.
Oh,
That shit was
nothing
crazy.
like that.
King's
Nothing
Disease
like
1
that.
was insane.
100%.
Cool. So that wraps that up because I know we're short for time. Put you one segment. We've got 3 songs for you because the amount of fucking albums that's been released. First song, we've got Kuz One You, slow and reverbed. Any of you lot got a chance to listen to Judas to it, man? No? Brent?
Yes.
What do you think?
Banger.
Yeah? Out of 5?
This is my thing. 4.5.
Cool. I give it a 1.5, maybe 1 out of 5. It wasn't me. I'm not. It's very. He's a Moroccan artist, and it was kind of basic. I hear a lot of that kind of shit in Morocco. It's not for me. Next one is. Am I saying this right? Is it Bath? Avalon.
How do you spell it?
BATH.
Bathe.
Bathe.
Yeah, that's
I
how I
thought they
was
were
saying that bathe.
What they were doing, like something like 6 lakh. Avalon. I really like the song. I think if I had to give it a rating, it would probably be 3.5 out of 5. Brent, obviously that's your song. What do you think?
Is that how you were supposed to do it?
What do you mean?
I thought you said that you were supposed to ask the people.
Yeah, Brent, Eman hasn't heard it.
And then you just skip into the thing. Oh, I liked it. Obviously, because I recommended it.
Cool.
But I asked you to recommend the other one, but you didn't.
No, I'm doing that next week. I said I was going in
I
chronological
told you
order.
I was going to have another
It's
recommendation
irrelevant.
next
I was
week.
going in chronological order. Next song, Cocaine 80s, Like a Fool, Bird Song. Did you hear any of them? No?
No.
Brent, what did you think of them?
That's the one that you recommended?
That's the one that was recommended.
What?
It was recommended.
2.5 rotations for that. Nice acoustic thing is what I said.
Yeah. It's no ID.
On the same project, I'd say for people to check out Blue feat Snow Allegra. That's the one that people should be listening to,
But you
not the
don't-
one that you've just mentioned.
You don't like a Fool?
Is that the one you recommended?
Yeah.
It's a nice acoustic thing, I said.
All right, cool. So shout out Mike for recommending that song.
Oh, so it wasn't even
it wasn't
you.
me. No, it wasn't me.
So you just threw him under the bus there.
That was you. I want to see you. What you
Next
said.
time you should recommend
the song is
something, please.
easy. No, I wanted to get people are recommending theirs. So I thought, let me just.
Yeah, not my steez, mine.
No, I like that. Mike, big shout out on that song. I give
wait.
it. What?
I just did something. Go on. You give it what?
I give it a 4 out of 5. I've replayed it enough times. It's like super like Spanishy guitar with James Fauntleroy's vocals, banging. But yeah, I'm gonna give the whole album a spin. And that brings the rotation to a close.
Amazing. Thank you
Nice
very much
one.
for your contributions today.
Thank you.
Absolutely well done.
All right, Brent, let's into our last set of headlines. All right, people. So Labour declared more donations than all other parties combined during the general election campaign, taking more than £9.5 million in total. Final totals for the elections watchdog show that the Conservative raised just under 1.9 million, which is less than a tenth of what they had raised during the 2019 election when the party declared over 19 million. The Conservatives' biggest source of donations was a lottery, which raised £225,000 in total throughout the campaign, and Labour's biggest donor was Lord David Sainsbury, who gave the party £2.5 million. Trigger warning on this one. And Kenya police have arrested a man who they say who they have described as a serial killer suspected to have been behind the gruesome murder of 9 women whose mutilated bodies were found in a disused quarry used as a rubbish dump. Police say that Collins Kalusha, who's 33 years old, confessed to having killed 42 women since 2022. In 2 years, including his own wife. The suspect was arrested at a bar early on Monday morning as he was watching the Euro final. There's been shocking outrage in Kenya since the first of the dismembered bodies were found on Friday at the Mukuru quarry in the capital, Nairobi. Many Kenyans are asking how 42 people could have been murdered in the space of 2 years without police even noticing. And our last headline takes us to Gambia, where Gambian lawmakers have voted to uphold a 2015 ban on FGM, female genital mutilation, rejecting a controversial bill seeking to overturn the law after months of heated debate and international pressure. So the Women's Amendment Bill in 2024, which had sought to decriminalise the practice of female circumcision, had passed the second reading in March, with only 5 out of 53 lawmakers voting against it, raising concerns amongst rights groups that the Gambia would become the first country to reverse a ban on the practice. The bill has deeply divided public opinion in the Muslim-majority West African country. The text of the bill, introduced by MP Almame Giba, declared that female circumcision is a deep-rooted cultural and religious practice, but anti-FGM campaigners and international rights groups said it is a harmful violation against women and girls. The landmark 2015 ban on FGM made the practice punishable by up to 3 years in prison. And that's it for our headlines. Time to pay them bills and go into the reaction. All right, people, there's nothing really to react to except for one thing, to be honest with you. And that is that Gareth Southgate has resigned. Yes, he has resigned after a second consecutive European Championship final defeat. For you guys out there who do not know, I don't know how it's possible, but yeah, England lost 2-1 to Spain in Berlin on Sunday, having been beaten on penalties by Italy at Wembley 3 years ago. And so, yeah, man, to be fair, I feel like he's done a good job.
What? When did he resign?
Just now, literally.
Oh, just now?
Yeah. Breaking news.
Because they were calling for him to be sacked, and I'm like, how can you sack someone that take you to 2 finals?
You know what I'm saying?
And you've never won anything since 1966.
Ridiculous. What other manager's done that?
Why did he resign?
He's probably just thinking.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
He did
a great job.
He did.
Can you make any arguments against what you're saying, Emmanuel? Why do you think people would want him to not have the job anymore?
Because he ain't won nothing.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh no. Too many black people on the pitch?
No.
I don't know.
Based on the personnel that they have and what he's been choosing for them to field, what he's been choosing to field, it's woeful. Absolutely woeful. He waits too long to actually make changes. He can see what is going on wrong. Well, the world can see, but he decides to continually be stubborn with it. I don't know why it is that this is wild for you that he's resigned. And you're saying that he's done better than the managers before him, right, in the recent past.
Yeah.
But with what he has, he should have done much better.
No, but I hear what you're saying, but people say that. You know, people.
His
like
tactics
England had
are
Gerrard, they
far
had Beckham, they had
too
all these people.
defensive, far too timid. Not for this particular England, sir. Not for the players that you have on the field. Impossible.
I hear what you're saying, but I think it's unfair. I think you just have to look at the results. The man's done 2 finals, man. 2 finals.
Do you know it wasn't because he made that happen?
No, but that's not
They
fair,
literally struggled over the line.
But they made it.
This is crazy. This is madness.
No, like this is exactly what I was saying the other day about Sunak, yeah? When we were talking about inflation and stuff, yeah? Like, if you want to criticize somebody for the failings, give some credit for the stuff that did go right.
No, you're saying that he should stay. You're not saying...
I'm not saying he should stay. I'm just saying that he's... it's up to him if he wants to
you're
go.
ridiculing the fact that he's gone because he's provided the best outcomes that England's ever seen for the longest while.
I'm not ridiculing anything. I'm saying if he wants to stay, I think he has every right to say, I want to stay, because nobody else has proven to do better than him. Mm-hmm. And who else is right there?
Nobody has... This is mental.
Nobody has what? Had the chance? Is that what you're going to say?
Watch what happens when he's replaced and see if things don't change, as in the style of play, immediately.
Brent, I have no problem with that. The style can change all at once. If the style changes and it looks beautiful and they ain't making no finals, then that style need to go back. That's what I'm saying. results is the only thing that matters. That's it. That's the reason why Marks can be in fourth place and talk about, well, at least we got a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Because people care about trophies.
No. Don't believe anything Marks is saying. He's literally just vexed behind this particular takes that he has. It's nonsense. Don't use that as an example.
Okay, forget what Mark is saying. All I'm saying to you is people are watching and trying to support England because they want them to bring it home. And the man has been the closest to bringing it home. That's all I'm saying.
Ed has a point. He resigned. He didn't get fired. Yeah. But he's saying that he didn't think he's good enough to basically do the job.
Yeah, that is what he's saying. But also, nobody else has done anything to him.
But what Ed is saying is that we shouldn't really be talking about what other people are saying because he decided that he wasn't fit enough for the job.
I hear that. But at the same time, I'm also saying whether he says he's not fit enough, because at least to me,
he's right. He made the right decision. He's not fit enough. All right. So just
we'll see.
I agree with what his opinion.
All right, cool. We'll see who comes next, innit? And hopefully England do well. But I don't know if them man go quarterfinals and semifinals. No one should start talking about, the team was excellent, played excellent football. It's just hard luck. It was a bad decision by the referee. Offside, debatable, none of that stuff. It should be that the manager as good as Southgate.
Who do you want to be the next manager?
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea.
Should we get rid of Arteta, Manuel?
No, I don't think so.
But he hasn't produced results.
He has produced results. How has he not produced results? The man's come second place.
No, he hasn't won a title yet.
I understand, but neither has Southgate. That's exactly what I'm saying to you. Everybody else prior to Arteta, except the great Arsene Wenger, has done poor. Or at least not as good as Arteta. Why am I replacing somebody who's coming so close?
So you believe that Arsene Wenger needed to go?
Say it again?
You believe that Arsene Wenger needed to go because he wasn't producing results?
Yeah, at some stage I did. I just, like I've said many times, I just thought it was very disrespectful how people were talking about him and treating him. You know what I mean? Like, without Arsene Wenger, 100%, don't care who's triggered, Arsenal is not Arsenal. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's it. So I just feel like when somebody has that sort of history, show him respect, man. That's what I'm saying to you. And with the team Arsenal had as well, Arsene Wenger was producing miracles, if you ask me. But yeah. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the reaction, guys. Brent, let's go into our outro.
Yesterday.
Okay, cool. No, I mean in terms of putting out.
Anyway, yeah. No, I haven't been putting out any clips. It's the time, man.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, great show. We had an amazing guest host. Thank you for coming, finally.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime.
Whenever you're ready. Had great fun.
Next time we're looking to start trouble, we're going to call you. Ramzi, of course, pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying, Brent? Good job. But yeah, man, today was a good show. Obviously, we spoke about Rishi Sunak being urged by his party to stay on. You know what I'm saying? At least till November, I believe it is, the next conference. Obviously, we spoke about the protests as well at the Bibby Stockholm barge, where all the asylum seekers are pretty much, 60 to 100 of them are campaigning outside and basically saying, look, we don't want to stay in this accommodation anymore. Things need to change. Of course, we had Trump as a focus of topic of the day, and also speaking about how he chose a man that previously said never Trump to be his number 2 man, his vice, the Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. We spoke about King Charles obviously changing, spiking, and how that's going to be seen in law to have its own, bill that deals with that. So it's easier for police to respond to incidents. And of course, we spoke about the sad news of Jay Slater, the young teenager, British teenager who was found, his body remains has been found in Tenerife. Labour, most donations, £9.5 million. Half the amount the Tories raised in 2019, but who's counting? And big up Gambia as well. Even though they voted on FGM, they came to the right decision. Do not reverse it. We don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And last but definitely not least, Gareth Southgate did his thing, but he has resigned. Wants to chill with his family, man. Big up Southgate. He tried. But yeah, guys, appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yes.
Peace.
Love.